Full send.
Full Cinderino.
Full Cinderino. Just get it live. This is the way.
Yippers. Want me to post it?
I got it. Sorry, baby. The wife is playing Silent Hill 2 remake.
I've heard great things about it,
It
but I
looks
never played the original, so.
it looks good. I was gonna play myself, but she's the one playing. She's terrified.
Looks like for the most part we are starting on time. You need to drop down.
Oh, don't tell me what to do again. I will obliterate you. No, I'm just kidding.
No. I hurt your feelings.
Yeah, you did. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Me and CLT here to cast ourselves another series, one between two very good teams in Sad Jellyfish and Boomer Squad, looking to gain the right to play Scorch in the finals next week. So we are finally here at the cusp of the 2024 summer split. And CLT, how are we feeling about this matchup?
Oh man, this is going to be an insane matchup. Boomer Squad looked really tough last week in their quarterfinals series, and then Sad Jellyfish is just this consistent as they've been, yeah, and as impressive as they've been. So this will be a good one.
Yeah, I think we talked about it a little bit during Midwest Weekly, right? We talked about the keys to victories for these teams, and the biggest thing for Boomer Squad is going to be, can they control Haku here? Can they track him well so they can keep him from impacting these lanes too much? At the same time, what is the bot lane going to look like? Can Changi match these Marcuti roams? I think that's going to be really big here as well. Maybe looking to get Marcuti on a more stationary support like a Renata Glask, for example, which he does play. That could be keys to victory for the side of Boomer Squad. On the flip side, looking at Sad Jellyfish, obviously playing their game is certainly a way to win, but also being able to shut down Tang here. I understand Salt is a very good mid laner. He's the MVP, former MVP, for a reason. But I think Tang is someone that can certainly match him and has had many good performances here throughout the split. So shutting him down will be key. On top of that, I think Bori will be the other one to look out for here. He's been an exceptional AD carry. His counterpart in this matchup, Sean T, doesn't die a lot, but Bori plays a lot of safe picks for the team, objective based. At least he has so far most of this split. So those are the things to watch for me. What are you looking at here, CLT?
Um, you kind of mentioned like the two key points I was thinking about was Haku and specifically like just the top side of the map in general of how Boomer squads can match up into it. I mean, I think the mid lane matchup is pretty even, but Salt has shown an affinity to a couple like a wider champion pool. And then Dippy is also like he can play a little bit of anything. So I think if like Tang and Victor on the mid and top lane can maintain and can keep stable footing against the solo laners there, then I think that will allow their bot lane to go even and potentially have Chingy match these Marcuti roams. But if Marcuti roams and affects these solo lanes, then this can get out of control real fast for Sad Jelly for Boomer Squad.
Gotcha.
I mean, like, You got Mark Cutie was third in assist in regular season. Just to tell you how much he loves to like roam and just affect the map in general.
Yeah, that's definitely keys. What we're seeing here early on from the bands here, we're seeing the Sejuani bait taking off, which is a key champion here for Archer. Has played it, probably his most played champion for the split. Uh, so that's being taken off the board. On the other side, we're seeing Haku's Gwen. I think Dippy plays it too, but this is more of a Haku ban, I believe. And then we also see Shanti's Caitlyn and Ezreal. So a lot of focus into this 80 carry earlier. Get them onto something that they're more uncomfortable on, if possible, as well as its Ziggs band, which I'm not surprised by. So both these teams did pretty good scouting so far.
Yeah, yeah, and we got a first pick Aurora here by Boomer Squad, so we'll see who wants to take that. Typically, I think Tang is taking that in the mid lane, but that's not saying Victor Apple probably couldn't play it in the top lane either. So
Yeah, certainly could be a flex pick here. I would trust that Victor Apto probably does have it in his repertoire, seeing that he's played a lot of unique picks up there on the top side of the map.
well, that's a random R1 Echo.
I don't think it's that random, but it is interesting to R1 it if that's what they're doing here, right? Just because Haku also does play the Echo, and I think Salt does too mid, so this could be a flex pick as well. So these teams both could be opting into flex picks here early, which is pretty interesting.
I can see a world where Echo matches up decent, or at least stable enough into Aurora, because outside of most mid lane AP champs and like Echo Diana come to mind, Echo definitely has like a lot more wave clear and range, and he can quickly get in and out of trades.
Yes.
So and then we see an R2 Ashe here, just a very stable pick. Now Boomer Squad responding with Yone Aurora. I can tell you Echo does not like the Yone matchup at all. Um, so I'd probably lean towards this Echo going to Haku.
Yes. And so that would probably imply that's going to be an Aurora. Well, actually, I don't know. Has Victor played Yone top this split?
I don't believe he has. I don't think he's actually played Yone or Aurora.
But I believe
Um,
Tang has played the Yone, yes?
Hang has played, I believe, both.
Okay, all right, then we're just not going to say anything because I honestly don't know where these picks are going right now. I guess it'll depend on matchup. I think Aurora's not too bad into Vlad, so this could be a situation where they send that into the Vlad, but,
I
God,
actually
what?
think this is like a perfect spot for Vlad. I actually love this. Like we all know that's going to be Salt's Vladimir, so that kind of makes it go Echo to go Haku's way.
Yeah, but here's an important thing here. Drafting AD jungle and an AD mid or top here for Boomer Squad means that they can itemize pretty well into both the Echo and the Vladimir. And as we all know, AD champions are better earlier. So this could be an advantage so far in the draft for me if I'm looking on the early side of this game, like the sub 14 minutes.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're showing both your solo laners and neither one of them is like a super tank, then this is going to be more of a fast-paced like skirmish style gank or game, where I think Echo and Vladimir really respond well into that. Plus, there's not much lockdown for either one.
Yep.
Speaking of lockdown, here you go with Camille.
Yeah, I'm not
So
surprised by
now,
that.
so now we're gonna see which laner wants to take which matchup here
Yeah.
on the side of Boomer.
Absolutely. Yeah, Dippy is definitely looking to carry this series right now. When you see him picking something like Camille, he's looking to put the onus on himself. They still have a lot of carry potential in other lanes, but this is him saying, I want this, give me this game.
I
So,
love this Neela pick.
yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But it also, I mean, Senna's going to get range eventually, but I feel like the only thing is now they put themselves in a pretty low range comp into a comp that really I think would like the low range. Yeah, like I think Vlad and Echo and Camille are fine with that. It just can bum
Yeah.
rush you much easier. So
Yeah, but like Echo, Camille, Ash, they all have abilities like based on auto attacking. Like Echo's E is considered an auto attack, Camille's true damage Q, which I think Neela can dodge quite easily
yeah.
when she gets in there. So it's gonna be whoever gets ahead is gonna pull away with this game
Okay.
because
That's
there's not much. There is scaling, but it's all just skirmish based.
Yeah, I definitely like both teams' drafts overall, but something to know, and we kind of talked about this before the draft, was Renata Glask, and it's almost like Marcuti was listening to me, and he said, "I'm gonna just play it and show that we can win on me playing a non-roaming champion," which I respect. I was not obviously knocking Marcuti's play in lane in any way, as much as I was stating his roaming is just so strong. So if you can force a good roaming support to play more stationary in lane champions, it allows the rest of your map to do what it wants to do in a more safer manner. So um, it's just kind of funny to me. I feel like he was totally listening to me.
Shall I
Yeah,
turn in my badge and rifle as well?
Hmm. Good point, Pens. Yeah, I don't know either.
he's one of our frequent contributors, and actually he's casted with me a couple games. So
Yes. Yeah, maybe. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oops.
and that is Victor Apple taking the Yone top. Interesting. I
Yeah.
can't really. I don't know the Aurora Vladimir, but picturing just how they want to play the lane in my head, I actually think this is a really good lane for Vladimir. I don't think Aurora has enough range.
So I've seen this matchup a couple times. Now it's not been in the league that I can recall, but I've seen it in solo queue. And every time I see Aurora into Vlad in solo queue, Aurora just dumpsters the pick. Um, so I can't speak any further than that. I just want to point that out. But I mean, maybe you can look up the win rates into each other. Maybe there's some statistics that can show for one or the other. But um, I actually think that there's an advantage for the Aurora early. Like she can poke down this Vlad pretty easily. So, but I'll be interested to see how it plays out.
Let me see. Vlad into. Sorry, I looked up the wrong thing.
That's what I got my analyst, guys. My analyst CLT is taking care of it. He's gonna
He's
find the
not.
stats.
Yeah, he's trying. Let's see. So Aurora and the Vladimir, and this is stats all for Emerald Plus. Looks like about a 50% win rate, just shy of 50. So it's a pretty
All right,
even matchup.
let's check D2 plus since both of these players I'm pretty sure are Diamond plus players.
It is a 41% win rate, but only like very small sample size though.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're telling me that Aurora is bad into Vlad, or vice versa?
Aurora looks to be not great into Vlad.
Okay, so it's interesting to me then. Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, and if I picture how like both champions want to trade, Aurora really does well into melee matchups, because she doesn't put herself in as much of risk, but she doesn't have to reach so far into the back line to like trade either.
Yeah. I mean,
So like Vladimir just loves to stay in the back line and just spam Qs on minions and heal.
right. It is a possibility that the matchup is more based entirely around the Vlad scaling. And if that's the case, then if that's like how it's supposed to go, then I could see just Vlad dumpstering overall the matchup in the end. So I'm just curious how it all pans out, and we'll get to see it here. But if we're picking it here, like they planned this and they swapped for these matchups, I got to assume that someone's doing their homework and maybe they know a little something about the Aurora Vlad matchup they can exploit. Otherwise, why would you send the Aurora mid? Is what I'm going to say, unless Yone's just not good, or Aurora's not good into Camille. Maybe, you know.
I feel like, and that's not saying that these guys couldn't lane swap when they get into the game either, but I feel like Yone into Vladimir, while it could be annoying, he can definitely D-shield second wind up the lane and even go something like Wits in first just to combat against Vlad and Echo. and be perfectly okay with saying, "Hey, Vlad, I'll see you at 30 minutes, and let's see who's better."
Yeah.
Um,
No, that's why I
kind
said
of
I
miserable.
I think the Yone and the J4 have really good itemization here
Yeah.
into the like a 2v2 situation against Echo Vlad if that's what they opted for, but obviously they did not. So um, even with that said, I still think it's fine for the early. It's just this Vladimir Echo Camille are going to scale really good into this game. So they definitely want to try to win this game. Like probably I would say sub 30 minutes, maybe like 32 minutes, something like something in
Yeah.
that range. Try to stack Drakes early. Get the game done and over with as quick as possible. You do not want to let this team scale, otherwise they're going to do what they want.
Yeah, they have a lot of hyperscalers on Sad Jellyfish's comp. Even Echo is like really prominent late in the game.
Yeah.
But what do you think about this J4 pick? Because like they picked it fairly early, and I feel like Sad Jellyfish's response is actually really good.
Um, I think J4 right now is in an okay spot, but I don't think he's like a great champion, but he still provides a lot for the team. I think it's going to pair well with what the bot lane wants to do. So I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe some focus from Archer early on the bot side of the map. Um,
My God, look at the champion mastery of Sad
yeah.
Jellyfish. Oh,
As far as the 2v2, are you in, by the way?
I am not.
Okay, I'm going to pause. As far as the 2v2 goes, like between the mid or between top lane, I think the J4 will do just fine in the early 2v2s. But again, once we start getting our first items out, it can get a little dangerous for this J4 specifically. I think the UNA will be alright. I think the Aurora could be okay, but the J4 could easily pop. It's usually pretty squishy early on, unless he decides to go for a more tanky build.
Yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of ways for Sad Jellyfish's comp to like dodge J4 ult or get out of it. To where like he
Are
really
you, are
only
you
has like Asher Renata.
still not in?
No, not yet.
Gosh darn, this guy
I'll
is...
fast forward, chill.
No, I'm waiting at 4 seconds. It's fine.
Uh,
Don't worry, guys. He's got dial up, so
oh, okay.
we have this
I'm
struggle
in.
something. All right. How many seconds?
13, 14,
Okay,
15.
pause. You gotta pause now. I'm 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Did you click play already?
17,
Yep.
18,
All right, we're good.
19,
We're good.
20.
We got it.
We good. Yeah. Seems like mine loads in quicker and quicker as the
As the series goes on, yeah,
Yeah.
he buffs up for the series as it moves forward.
I mean, anybody who's played with me knows I scale, so.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see a good game, my friend. Just you be ready and be focused for your matchup against one of these two teams, my friend. They're both very good.
Yeah. I think all in all, this
That's Rusty in the chat for anyone wondering.
okay.
The sizzle.
So what just like a basic Vladimir Q did like 200 damage? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I hate that champion so much.
I always found Vlad and Swain to be the banes of my existence because I feel like any champion that just like is those healing drain tanks, like, and they're not real
Oh, we
true
got a big
tanks, but
fight here.
yeah, never mind.
Botland.
I'm trying to speak, and these guys are dueling already. Ignite down on a Bori. They're gonna win that. Bori should have to flash. He's gonna heal. Shanti is not forced to flash. Marcuti does though, so that's no flash on support. On the side of said Jellyfish, well, there's no flash on the aid carry or barrier for that matter. Meanwhile, Ash still has flash barrier, so they should be sitting safe. They did have a ward on Raptors here. I'm wondering if we're going to see Archer come straight bot lane. No, he's going to decide to path up. Yeah, the level 2 advantage kind of saving them bot lane there.
Yeah, knowing that Nila will always hit level 2 first.
Let's use owner. Can be kind of hard at times though.
Yeah. Camille, Dippy doing his best to be in Victor's face.
Oh, now Haku's here bot lane. Knows that boy does not have flash. Alright, nice route. But they're gonna catch Shangy out. Will they be able to force Shangy's flash? Oh, he doesn't flash here, but look at Bori kind of going in, doing a lot of damage, but the barrier still on Shanti means that he can't really do any much more here. They are going to punish Haku, though, here on the top side. They're going to be taking away camps from this Echo, but it does cost his bot lane more HP.
He's going around to now potentially.
He wants to fight here. Aurora's pathing up. If they could probably catch this Echo out. Dippy is not going to be there. Neither is Vlad. Oh, he knew something was up. Can they kill him, though? I don't think they're going to have the chase. They do push him off his red buff, but...
Dippy can move, though, too.
Yeah, they're kind of in a bad spot.
Mark Cutie's actually based and now is moving.
Yeah, he's walking down. So he does steal one camp away, but that's all he's going to get. We'll be able to get Scuttle. Oh, my... Dippy's got to be careful.
Oh, but he used his flag.
He did. He should go down here. Can he walk this out?
Aurora's trying to TP mid and help out here. Flag and drag might be up here soon.
First blood going over to this Camille, who does use the ignite. Oh, and look at Tang turning it back. And now we got Victor. Well, they know that Marcuti doesn't have flash here. There should be a focus onto the support. Nice use of E. He's going to do a dodge the Q, but I don't think it's going to matter. They're going to have the damage. There's going to be 2 kills going over to this Aurora.
Nice response here. Wow. That's full sums off of Aurora.
Yeah, man, look at the CS lead, right? There's in the jungle, it's 24-12. It's a multiple camp lead for this J4, able to steal some camps away, able to get a scuttle. We'll be pathing down, should be able to contest this bot scuttle as well against Haku. Yeah, it's a very late red buff here for this Echo.
I mean, that's kind of what you want to do into Echo jungles. You want to pressure him early.
Pens, to answer you, the reason why was actually Mark Cutie's roam, and then deciding to recall, and she was able to get an advantage off of that, even though they were able to burn the flash on Bori, like about the 2-minute mark or so. It was an early flash, so.
I'm really interested in just seeing how Bori plays these team fights, because this is a champion that I don't really would associate him being on. He's normally like a mage player, and is just there for his team.
Yeah, I think more way to say it is not that he's a mage player. He's just been playing what's meta, right? He's been trying to play what's meta, what's around for the team. But Victor's in a bad spot here. There's a big XP advantage on the top side, and so Victor's going to have to be careful.
Yeah. Oh, and that's a flash there by Victor.
Yeah, I saw a flash. I just didn't, like, I heard it, I should say, but I didn't see it. I looked over at chat for a second.
Yeah. Yeah, Victor's going to need some help getting out of this lane, because this is just going to get worse and worse for him.
Yeah. Oh, look at Marcuti hiding here. Nice EC. Haku's going to come over. They're going to just try to turn on the Marcuti. Nice dodge, but down is going to go Marcuti, but nice stun on the Bori, but Bori's going to dodge most of the damage and be just fine. Really nice champion Nyla is. Meanwhile, level 6 on this Nyla.
They could think about... No, they're not going to.
I don't think you risk it here. I mean, you definitely could if you want to full send it. But I think you don't have to. Right? You could deny Ashe, but if you give any kills to this Echo, one of those champions that can certainly, once gets a lead, can get really scary to deal with. Oh, they're able.
Ignite.
Oh, and that's a huge play. They're going to force out the barrier flash onto Shanti. Mark Cutie coming back to lane, only level 3. So that's going to be a bit of an issue. That roam topside early was punished heavily.
I mean, about 800 gold lead here for the side of Boomers, so
Yep.
they're definitely playing this early game very well.
Yeah, and during
Putting a lot
all
of
that,
pressure.
bot fighting too, CLT, we saw them pick up the God, I can't think what they're called. The little purple things.
Boy grubs.
Thank you. Guys, my mind sometimes. It's a funny thing. No, they're now known as the purple things. All my casts are going to do that. If I'm not mistaken, isn't Nyla pretty good into structures? Wouldn't she kill them pretty quick, or am I?
I don't know. I don't.
Could have sworn
Yeah,
she
I'm not
does.
100% sure on that.
Oh no, Victor Apple's in a bad spot. I don't know if there's much outplay. Nice ulti though. It's gonna get him out of Haku, but I just don't think that's enough, and he's gonna go down to Dippy here. Dippy now is up 2-0, which is looking pretty rough here on the top side for the side of Boomer Squad. But again, they do have advantages here. They're gonna be up in objectives. They got the Cloud Drake.
But Poke Archer used that gank topside to then get the dragon here for Boomers, so this is all in all, this is one of the best early games we've seen a team play into Sad Jellyfish this season.
Yeah, they've tracked Haku pretty well, dodged some ganks, kind of did the stuff we talked about early, and they've got Mark Cutie off of a roaming support. So the game plan is working as planned from what I see. The only thing is Dippy is getting big on the top side, and that could be pretty scary regardless of who you are in this game, even for the Nyla.
Yeah, one of your keys to victory for Boomer Squad was tracking Haku.
I'm kind of curious. Are we going to get a 3v3 here on bot side? We actually see Aurora moving as well, and we see the Yone coming down to kind of get some information. They will be able to find the Echo. Very nice move here by Apple. Really doesn't have much more he can do anyways.
Ooh.
See, this is how I remember these trades going. I understand Aurora got 2 kills early, but like this is what I remember seeing in that Vlad Aurora matchup. So
Yeah, but I feel like Vlad can pick and choose when he wants to eat these trades. I mean,
This
unless
is-
Aurora just pitches him out too far up in the lane there.
very
That's
true.
why Vlad is just so dumb. He can just pick and choose when you want to trade with him, and he's always full health when you do. So
Looks like they're going to try to set up another play here on the top side. Luckily for Victor, there is no ulti on this Camille, but going to have to be careful nonetheless, because it is coming up off cooldown. He does have
Yeah.
TP. If they want to contest these grubs, we see Marcuti already moved over. I'm just curious, can they shut down Marcuti in this, or not Marcuti, I'm sorry, Dippy in this fight? That's going to be the key here. Or maybe just try to get one grub and call it a day. They don't have full team here. They're going to have to back off. Haku's going to catch on. Almost gets a catch, but he doesn't. Astro's going to come out. He's going to miss. Nice early damage on a Dippy. They're going to go on to Marcuti. Marcuti's going to drop a really nice ultimate, but look at this huge off from Tang between two worlds. Going to get a massive thing. Boring jumping in! Amazing ulti there to find on the Haku and Dippy. Come here, push them out. Could this be a shutdown? It will not be on the Dippy, living with a sliver of health, but that is going to be a net positive for the side of Boomer Squad.
yeah, and that bot lane coming up here from Boomer Squad was a really clutch rotation to turn that fight into their favor.
Absolutely, yeah. Your gold is on your bot lane and your mid, so you definitely want them at the objective fight here.
I don't think you want this fight, Victor.
Yeah, Victor's really taking in this fight, but they're
Yep.
gonna find out Haku. They shouldn't be able to kill him here. Should be able to walk out. But yeah, that's a kill for this
There's
Vlad.
a TP here from Dippy.
Oh no! And now we see Archer in a really, really bad spot. A little bit of overcommit, and a really nice play to Cutie. Will be able to get out. He actually will be able to live. So the TP results, and look, yeah, I was gonna say, look at that net positive. Regardless of having to burn flashes here, all these plates going down. That's gonna continue to extend this gold lead.
Yeah, because that's 6 grubs getting used very effectively here by this Boomer squad.
We do have an Ocean Drake spawning here in a minute. That's going to be the next big objective on the map to fight over. Herald as well, actually. Synced up timers. So let's see if we see a trade here from either one of these teams. I feel like if you're in this situation, CLT, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, if you're the side of Boomer Squad, I feel like you just go for Herald here. Right? You just collect the gold, break the mid or the bot lane with that Herald.
Oh, is an all-in by Dippy.
Yeah, and that's going to be a dead Yone, unfortunately.
I don't know if I go for Herald here because you've been weak siding this Yone and Dippy's been punishing it quite hard. I feel like you want to accelerate this game by starting to stack dragons, because if not, you lose the scaling game into Vlad, Echo, Camille.
This is true. I was just considering the fact that you send your full 5 up towards that Herald. Dippy is good in a 1v1 situation, regardless of being as fit as he is. It's going to be hard to just simply blow someone up for free with all the zone control they have from Aurora and Mori ulting in. But it does seem like they're going to opt for the Drake regardless. And that's just going to miss. Shanti is forced to flash, though. So, overall, net positive play. But I feel like Shanti was safe. They really didn't have any engage on him after the route was missed by Changi.
I think right now, if you're said jellyfish, yeah, you're wanting to try and make some plays to accelerate, but
and the all iron on Marcuti. Will Marcuti turn it? No, he will not. That's a kill going over to this Senna, and once again punishing this Renata Glass. Salt is going to drop the ult, just try to defend the turret, but they're just going to face tank it, and they're going to be able to get it anyways. Oh, and now they're doing a cross-map play. It looks like they're able to get it, but now they're going to turn on Haku, and Haku with the moves! Like Jagger out here, able to get out.
that was well played by Haku. Not only to sneak that Herald in, but get the eye and get out.
Yeah, very well played. Yeah, that was almost a really feels bad moment if they were able to steal that away from them. After they were making the right cross-map play of going for the Herald.
Oh, we look like we have a mountain soul to affect this game, which I think both teams, as Penn said in chat, would be really, really happy with either one. Victor, sorry, bud. Victor's having a rough lane.
Yeah, I mean, there's just not much you can do. Why'd you slam the door?
I feel like, though, getting as rough of a lane as Victor's having, the fact that Camille doesn't have 6 Void Grubs really limits the push until Camille gets like a couple more items.
Yeah. Now the Vlad is sitting on this Cosmic Drive, so I feel like this Aurora matchup does get a little more difficult for her to do much. And we are seeing Haku come down. It looks like they want to probably set up a Herald play here. Maybe a potential dive.
Oh, nice. Well played trade.
They do have multiple ways to survive. Oh, he's in the bush. Tang's going to walk in. Oh, he does drop the ulti. Really well played there. Can he live this? Oh, tries to flip it, but Salt ends up getting the kill with the ult.
That was well played, actually, by both of them. It was Vladimir ult just got the last tick.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, I think Dippy's okay with trying to fight this, but
I think he is too.
Worry's dodge ended up wearing
Yeah,
off, so.
I think you're kind of talking about the effectiveness of this Nyla into this team comp. We're kind of seeing it now. Like, even though Dippy's up in levels, he's got 4 kills, got a Triforce, and a Tiamat. Just not enough damage. They do got to be really careful here, though. We are seeing a TP in. Who is that going to be? It's going to be Tang. Oh, they're sending everybody. That's both Tang and Victor here. They want to force this turret. They want the turret gold. They do not have any ultimates besides the Yone one, but they're going to back off here and just get the turret. But that is 2 TPs down. That means that's a TP advantage for the side of Sad Jellyfish here, CLT.
Yeah, I keep praising Boomer Squad. This is by far and away the best early to mid game we've seen a team like play into this Sad Jellyfish team. Because normally that's when they pick up a lot of their leads. But you know what we talked about earlier in the pregame is like tracking Haku, but making sure that this top side can be really stable until the really good laners of Sad Jellyfish. So look at that for Neela dodge the enhanced Q. So. But again, it's only about a 2,000 gold lead, which I think is respectable here. But this Vladimir is going to be a ticking time bomb here soon. So
Yeah.
you do not have much lockdown for him.
I think the lockdown they do have is actually meaningful. Even though you can W certain things, you can't W a Cataclysm. If he's locked inside of that, when he comes out of it, he can just get shut down with all the CC and blown up. So, I mean, they have ways around this, Vlad, honestly. I think the more dangerous thing I'm thinking about is still this Camille at the moment. She can easily make your J4 disappear. You only got like an Eclipse. He's a pretty squishy J4 here early on.
Yeah, but I think likewise, like their team comp really wants to dive Vladimir, which his W is going to be like easy to pull off.
Yep.
With how predictable their engages are.
Yeah. So, Pens, to answer your question, no, I think right now I'd consider him more of a. Again, I'd say yeah, he's considered a bruiser, but it doesn't make him a tanky bruiser. I'll tell you that much. He could die pretty fast. When you go in the Eclipse build, the idea is I want to kill you quicker than you can kill me.
It's more of a duelist type of item.
Yeah.
I would think.
So it loses a bit here in these team fights. And he's going to commit here. They are going to lock down Saul for a bit of damage. Not too bad. Victor's kind of got a bit of a flank if he wants to look for a play. He's kind of hovering out of vision. That little ward probably spotted him there. So they have knowledge he's there now. Will they have any contest on this Drake? They're only down 3k gold, but I think they're going to call it off and not risk losing the game over a third Drake. Even though it is meaningful, you can still play for Soul here in 5 minutes when you have more items on your Vladimir and your Ashe.
Yeah. This Mountain Drake just is very valuable to either comp, so looks like Victor's trying to
Trading. Yeah, this is not a good spot for Tang to be in.
Yeah.
Tang should not be able to live here, and yeah, he's gonna go down to Dippy. Dippy is just taking over this game. I talked about it when I saw him pick this. I knew he wanted to put on his carry shoes, and he's doing just that right now. He's telling the rest of Sad Jellyfish, hop in my backpack.
Yeah, I just trying to envision like who's going to contain Dippy, because he's just going to keep prolonging the game with some of these 1v1s and split pushing. That it's going to give Salt time to, get to 2 to 3 items and really become a menace.
Yeah, and you see now he's able to get this turret here, so this is going to even out the gold pretty much. Still a slight advantage for the side of Boomer Squad, but yeah, they're going to probably want to start to put the pedal to the metal here very shortly. Maybe try to force a Baron, force a fight away from this Camille, get her TP out. These types of plays. This could be an example of that. Who's going to get the blue? Blue buff does go over to Haku. Really nice dodge, but they're going to lock him down, and that's going to be a dead Echo. Kill going over to Archer. That could potentially be a Baron. Are they going to turn for it? It doesn't look that they are. I'm kind of surprised they don't.
Have tempo for it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this would be the opportunity to do so. You have TP on Victor if you need him to come, but it looks like they're just going to play it slower, and this is one of those moments here where I feel like when you're the team that needs to end the game at a certain timer, you want to try to push your advantages.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like their Baron take is fairly moderate to fast. Definitely not as fast as Sad Jellyfish's Baron take, but
Yeah. Oh no, Tang's walking right into this Vladimir. This could be really, really bad, but he's going to W away. We do see the TP in coming in from Dippy. They're going to have some lockdown. The arrow's going to miss. Huge flank here from Dippy. He's going to be able to flash away. They're dodging out. They're cutting out. Salt should go down. The bailout, is it going to be enough? No, they're going to get the kill, but Boy's not very, very low. Here comes in Haku. Meanwhile, in the back row, we see huge ultis in place of Victor. They're turning this fight. Now, what else can they do? Oh, Haku, I don't think you want this. He's going to go down. This is going to be an ace for Boomer Squad. The fight looked so good early, but huge plays from this Yone on the backside of the fight. And
wow.
now they're finally going to turn on a Baron here. So,
yeah, that was an insane Yone ult in there to get in the middle of that fight.
Yeah.
And, there was a lot of focus on Dippy as well.
Yeah, they were able to shut him down. Pretty massive here. And they're not doing this that quickly, but they should be able to secure it in time. They don't have vision on it, so 2,000 years later, Baron finally goes down. Yeah, no, it is. I just think in the to me, if I'm in a first item, I don't prefer clips in a game like this specifically. I think I'd go just the Sundered Sky into maybe Titanic, maybe a Magic Resist item. I do think you could easily optimize into a Hex Trigger here and be just fine with that.
Yeah.
You know, or even the tankier side after the Sundered Sky and Titanic, maybe into a Spirit Visage. But that's just where I look at it. Nonetheless, it's still working out. He's playing very well in the pick. Seeing no issue with the play. And now he does have the Sundered Sky, so he's a little harder to kill at this point. Boy's going to walk in, but able to dodge a lot of it. So that's pretty good. So they're able to get out the ultimate on this Renata. They're going to turn here. Ooh. Kind of wondering if this is to pull the trigger on the Camille at that moment because she didn't have her E. But they
Victor doesn't have TP, so I think you're outnumbered here.
Oh, Haku's going in. This is a big play. Boy's going to get deleted. That's a lot of the damage going down. Can Tang turn this fight? I just don't think he can. There is no J4. Tang trying to cut it out. He will get Shanti, but Bella is there. He will go down. It's a 1-for-1. But meanwhile, topside, we're seeing the Yone push hard. We are going to see the reset coming out of the Camille. And that's going to be a stop to the Dragon stacking as well. Yeah, a bit of a miscue. All over a Gromp. I feel like I've seen this somewhere before.
Man.
Gromp is the death of NA players, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah. No, what a just a snap engage there. And Haku getting off a 2-man parallel convergence to set up that whole fight. Bori just got completely blown up. I think his dodge field on the W was still on cooldown. So Dippy could go right in and just assassinate him.
Yeah, it was a massive play. I think I'm a big proponent of we could save farming camps for later. You know, if we want to utilize the Baron, you want to be trying to get the Baron into the turret, start letting the siege minion do its job. So a bit of wasted opportunity here. Now we're going to get to the point where we talked about, right? We're at 26 minutes. The next Drake will spawn in 4.5 minutes. That's going to be the 30-minute mark, CLT. So I do think they still have a little bit of time in this game. And the Mountain Soul will certainly help it if they can get it. But if this game progresses past that point, it's going to become very, very difficult for the side of Boomer Squad. This comp.
Yeah, I think if they haven't lost to any other like team fights,
she has 90 stacks.
Huh?
I'm sorry, I was answering chat. Continue.
No, if they don't take any other fights and they just be patient on these next 5 minutes until this dragon comes up, they might have a slight advantage on the soul fight just in the sake of scaling. But it's just gonna be what they can pick off. I mean, you do have Ashe ult here, so I think that's a very valuable tool to start fights and start a pick, because Echo with Lichbane, Dippy now with 2 items, he's gonna one-shot whoever gets Ashe arrowed here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So,
Yeah, I mean we're looking at items here. It's 2 items on both the Echo, the Vladimir, and the Ash, compared to 3 items on the Nyla, and everywhere else is pretty much even. So obviously we know Camille's got 3, but yeah. So as far as the scaling purposes go, yeah, I mean we're about to hit the 3 item spikes here shooting for these 2, and at that point Echo and Vlad are just going to be doing so much damage to this backline.
yeah, I'll be curious to see what Haku goes on this third item here. I feel like if it's not like Zonia's or something to kind of soak up cooldowns, he might find himself getting blown up before he can make the first move. But I mean, you do have hysterics on Dippy, so now I think Dippy becomes like your main, like frontline engage tool to soak up some stuff.
Yeah, he's pretty much unkillable until further notice. That's how I look at it.
Salt's now on Seeker's arm guard, so he has Zhonya's starting up. I mean, unless Bori gets off a really big ult and stays alive to put in some work on the team fight, this is going to start leading the Sad Jellyfish's way here real soon.
Oh, they're trying to catch out Hako, but he knows something's up. Oh, he's going to drop a huge W. Oh, but they're going to go in onto him. Ooh. Now they did burn the Echo ult, so that's a big cooldown. It won't be up for the start of Baron, I don't believe, but it should be like right afterwards. It's a pretty low cooldown.
It's a 50-second cooldown right now, so.
Yeah, so Baron will spawn and we'll have a 20-second difference between the 2. Will they be able to catch out Haku during that time frame? That is the question.
Well, I think Mark Cuties had a chance to now move in to that quadrant and set up some vision. So
I think the Hysterics is good in both circumstances, to be honest with you. It's just overall a really nice item right now.
I think the issue right now is Yone got to his spikes enough that he has no issues like E'ing forward and wave clearing, and then Tang is also going to be really hard to lock down.
Yeah. So they weren't able to punish anything with this Echo ult. They end up resetting. So that's pretty big. Haku kind of gets out of a bad situation.
Let's see what kind of items we have coming in here. We have Seekers on Echo now. We have almost full completed Zhonya's on Vladimir. If this goes for like another 2 minutes, he gets that.
Yeah. Soul spawns in 30 seconds. So let's see what these teams decide to do. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah. Bori getting a little more crit chance.
Yeah, we do have the side lanes being pushed in both top and bot for the side of Boomer Squad here. And with Drake spawning very soon, if they can certainly want to send a... Wow, that's a lot of damage coming off of that Q. Wow, yeah, so Salt chunked out a little bit. He could heal that back, obviously, but that's pretty scary. Oh, here comes the TP. Oh, no, Changi walks to the best spot. It's going to be CC'd up.
Gets picked out.
Yeah, is that the member you want? Nice ulti coming out of Changi, though.
Oh, but Changi
Oh, and a huge ulti from Boy is going to be canceled because Haku makes a nice play, and unfortunately now everybody's going down. The team is scaled, and this is looking like a sad Jellyfish game now.
Yep. There's a Vladimir moment there in the back line there for a triple kill here on Salt. And they have pulled this game. I mean, Goldgraph says they're down by 5K, but it's not that apparent looking at their champions.
Oh, no. I don't know. Victor's not looking. He's sitting on a blue ward. Victor does have ult here. Dippy doesn't. He does miss the Q. If he lands that, there was potential. He probably could have killed the Camille, but was not able to do so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to be Baron. And once again, another Mountain Drake going over to the side of Sad Jellyfish. So now at this point, CLT, we talked about it. About 32 minutes. It's like I spoke it into existence. And here we are. We're at 32 minutes. And I just feels like the game is pretty much almost out of reach here for Boomer Squad. I think they still have a chance, but it's going to have to be executed very, very well from here on out.
Yeah, if they could like brush cheese somebody, I mean they can blow up Echo really quickly, but they don't have enough CC to really like stop the Seeker's activation. So, I mean, you seen there that they caught out Chengi and didn't really have the damage to just one-shot him. So.
Yep. And he was able to just ult out while Bori was doing the Nyla things and dodge the ulti, which is pretty massive. So she got no serious healing off from that ulti. So yeah, it's going to be pretty difficult. Something else I'm noticing as this game progresses, I feel like the Nyla doesn't have a lot of targets to go on to, right? Like, the Vlad has W, the Camille has her ult, the Echo has his ult. Like, so it's really hard to find, like, really good engages if you're this Nyla. After, like, an engage, like a re-engage, basically what I'm saying. So if you're not focusing the backline here, there's not much you can really do. Unless those are on cooldown. Oh, that's a lot of damage here. Haku's trying to force something. They do get the stun off with the Ash Arrow. Oh, and a nice engage there from Bori! Taking from the back! They're going to get one! They're going to get two! Oh, likely, yes, Haku will go down Shanti as well. But here comes Dippy in to try to turn this. But wait, he's going to get CC'd up. He will get a kill, but he's going to be traded over as well! That is going to be a dead Camille. They found their moment. They found their engage. And this game is going to continue.
Wow, what a team fight on both sides, but they cut out the bot lane of Boomer Squad here, and it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, it's like I keep speaking things into existence. You know, Bori does not want to go on to these other targets, but what he does want to do, he wants to go onto that back line. And he found the perfect targets, got off the damage, and the team fight was won from there. Oh, he doesn't get the inhibitor. Oh, it does fall. It does.
That's actually massive here.
Yeah, that's huge, especially with the Drake spawning here in about a minute 45. That's gonna force someone to the top side here. Dippy does have TP though, so it's not the worst situation if you're Sad Jellyfish.
Well, also, like, on the side of Sad Jellyfish, they don't have that much innate wave clear, so it's gonna be hard to like push these supers back once they start stacking up a little bit on this top side.
But they
and like you mentioned,
they still have Baron buff on one member.
Oh, they do?
Yes. Oh. Yes, Salt still has it for a short period of time, so he should be able to kind of hold these waves off for a little bit. But I do agree, overall, they don't have the wave clear.
Yeah, I mean, Echo's got the most wave clear in their team comp, which that says something.
Yeah, I want my jungler clearing waves all game.
Huh.
Oh, that ward's going to spot them kind of moving around, and they're not going to see that ward. Oh, now they will. Alright. Oh, Dippy tried to find an engage on a Tang, but just short of the slow off the W there.
And you're seeing the majority of these guys getting onto 3.5, 4 items now.
Absolutely, and I agree with you. This is a key moment here in this game. If they're able to acquire this soul, it could help them tremendously in these fights. Keep Bori alive a little longer, which, you know, as a massive. Oh, he canceled the auto on the ward.
No one's seen it.
All right, it's pretty good. They do have the setup. Are Sad Jellyfish going to concede this is the question. 5 seconds on spawn. They're going to shoot the hawk shot off. They will get vision of 3. They're going to start up the Drake. Let's see what they're going to do.
They got to enter in together.
Yeah, oh, but they're bursting it down very, very low. Aurora had the push on the mid lane, so they're forced to respond to that. Really well executed here by the side of Boomer Squad. And now they finally got the soul. Will this be enough to negate the scaling and the damage coming out of Sad Jellyfish's side?
Going to a little bit, that's for sure. See, there's some resistances coming out from Yone and J4, so.
Yep. We do have the Baron coming up in a minute as well. Dippy got a hard push on that top wave. We'll be able to defend it.
Oh,
really nice CC on the Tang, but the turret should go down, and it will. They're going to be able to CC up Salt. So that's pretty big, all things considered here. But we should be turning on to the Baron. We should be getting our resets off and setting that up, as that's going to be in 45 seconds. And it looks like that's what we're doing. So very good. Very, very good tempo here from Boomer Squad CLT.
Yeah. Yeah, looking across, I mean, experiences are fairly similar. Items now coming back out. Tang starting up on his pen item. Bori's sitting on the red pot, so he definitely feels like this fight could be the game-deciding one. You have both Zanya's actives up on the side of Sad Jellyfish, so I think that's going to play a big part in this as well. I'm just going to see how quickly they can dive on to like Shanti or Marcuti and blow one of them up now.
Yeah, I think the Ash and the Renata disappear. If they get caught out, they're gone. So I think like that's without a doubt. I wish we could see inhibitor timers. That'd be really nice.
This is going to be a very, very explosive fight.
Yeah.
But they're just rushing this.
They're gonna try to Baron flip. We're gonna see the Ashy come out. They're gonna get the vision. Haku gonna
Victor's
drop.
on TP here, so
Yep.
it's parallel convergence out by Echo. It is a decently.
Oh, nice damage on Assault.
Oh, nice.
They're gonna force a W. This is what we're talking about. Assault's being forced to flash out. Oh, Beyond Two Worlds gonna catch Shanti out. That's a lot of damage. Shanti's forced to flash away. Use the barrier on the backside. We see Marcuti getting caught out by Bori. Meanwhile, Victor and Dippy are fighting. I think this was them trying to keep each other out of the fight. Oh, and Shanti just gonna live after the ulti. Oh, Victor's gotta be really careful here.
If he primes a Q up on this wave, I think he one-shots, if Dippy primes the Q up, yeah, he can one-shot Victor here soon.
Oh, that's a really nice Q.
Q2.
Oh, wait, this is a very interesting fight. These two are kind of going at a lot of damage. Oh, and he's going to go down. It's going to be a shutdown. It's a massive moment. There is a TP for Dippy. If he wants to go back in this fight, he's going to TP in.
Oh,
Here we go. This is huge. Haku's back in the fight. He's going to Zanya's here. Tang is doing whatever he can to zone out Salt. But he's going to get the kill on the Tang. Oh, these fights are kind of crazy. This looks like a Vladimir moment. Could this be maybe a boring moment? A huge flash over Bori. He's trying to do what he can. Dippy's going to go down as a shutdown for Bori here. He did get the shield blow popped. He's trying to survive with the Q coming out of Changi, keeping him alive. Oh, he gets sunned up. Oh, Bori's going to go down, though. They're going to take down the juggler. What can they do? It's Archer versus Shanti. And he's just going to EQ out. What an insane fight.
That's a 3 for 3. The Sad Jellyfish is now within about 3K of this gold lead, too.
Yep. But at this point in the game, we're at 40 minutes. I think the gold lead is starting to be, less important. what are we at on items-wise? Let's check it out. Yeah, so Dippy's full build.
Yep.
This Echo is nearly on almost on 5 items now. Vlad is nearly full build. Ash is there. Yeah, we're at a point now where the items just don't matter too much. Obviously, supports are the ones that are going to be a little bit behind in items, but even then, we've got, what's that, 4 items or 5 items coming out of this Renata Glask. 5 out. Yeah, we're at full builds here.
Yeah, we're getting pretty close to them, that's for sure. On some members. But yeah, like you said, Dippy's full build here. Victor's probably just a couple minutes away from his full build.
Yeah, and this GA is going to give Dippy a lot of ability to kind of just not play scared, just go in and do what he's got to do, lock somebody up. Even if he has to trade his life, trust the rest of his team to do their damage. But what you have to also consider now is Elder is spawning soon.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, it is, brother. It is a banger, Tenzin.
And this is game 1, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, nice dodge on the arrow. But that is a big cooldown for this Baron if that's the choice to fight. But it looks like we're just hovering around the Elder. Still a minute, guys.
Yeah, I think these teams both know that they could lose off of a fight, like going into Elder. So they just want to make the Elder the
Oh no, Tang's in a bad spot. Gonna get caught out here by Dippy. Nice ultimate coming over from Dippy. The shield's gonna come in. Will that be enough? I just don't know if it will. It will not.
Oh.
Dippy will go down, and now what are they gonna do? They're gonna choice on us. Oh no, the last gonna miss out of Shanti. Huge all coming over from Marcuti. Do they have the ability to trade? There's a lot of damage coming out of Victor Apple, but I don't know if it's enough. Salt's gonna go down though. That's gonna be a shutdown, but Changi should be going down as well. No, he's gonna be surviving just a little bit longer, but there's a GA.
Oh, if he ults back,
oh, boy, he's trying to fight, but he just can't. He's going to go down. That means Elder's going to be on the table. Nice buffer here, but won't be able to get the CC. And now the Elder spawns in 10 seconds.
That's still a 3 for 3. Like, these fights just...
No, it's a 3 for 2.
3 for 2?
In favor of Sad Jellyfish. So this is going to have to be an opportunity. Can J4 steal this? They do have knowledge. It's going to drop it down. All we have to do is see a Dippy flying over the wall and pretty much unplayable. Haku has outplay potential too. They are just going to turn on the Poke Archer. They have so much damage. There's not much he can do. He's just to go down here. We are going to see the TPN. Will we see a Cataclysm come out just for some damage? We will not.
Whoa, that Cho'Gath ult.
Oh, they are going to be able to maybe catch on Marcuti here. Do they have the damage?
Tank TP's in.
Yeah, but they don't have the damage to catch on Marcuti. They are cutting it pretty well. Here goes the TPN for the Yone. They do get the slow on the Haku. They will miss the root. This might give them an opportunity to at least keep them off the Elder. But now, are we going to go to Baron instead? Oh, they see Marcuti and a ward. Oh, we have the damage. It looks like he will go down. That's massive. Wow, a lot of damage on the Haku. Going to force the Zanyas. Oh, and a beautiful ulti there to keep safe. Now they're trying to turn on the Victor. They need to help this Yone out. Yone's going to go down to Vlad. Damage is so much. It does land on a board, but this board have to be. Oh, he's going to dash in. That's going to be huge. So on the board. Board should go down here. That should be an Elder secured for the side of Sad Jellyfish.
Oh, what a back and forth. That Jellyfish, finally, their team comp is just getting online and turning these fights around. But, you know, Boomer Squad is still, like, catching the right people and finding the right engages.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I just think the clock is starting to tick down for them. If not completely. I mean, this is going to be a double buffed up Sad Jellyfish with nearly full builds on all 6 of their members. I just don't know what they can do. We see a steal attempt to try to come in. But unfortunately, they will not get it. Yeah, and look at that. 5 items down. This Echo.
Yeah, insane game for game 1 of the series. This is kind of starting to feel like the Team 2 series. I mean, we've almost got a 45-minute game here.
Yeah, definitely. But I just,
game 1.
I do feel like we're not going to break that 54-minute mark just because, I mean, this is a double buffed Sad Jellyfish. I mean, I feel like this could be the ending push here if played correctly. They are going to spot out Victor doing a blue buff. He should be safe. They're not going to full send it on to this Yone. They're just going to be pushing it in mid. We got about another, I want to say about a minute and a half left on this Elder. So there's going to be a lot of time to knock down these turrets, knock down these structures. Let's see how much they can get out of this play here. Oh, and look at Dippy just turning in. Could this be a mistake by Dippy? He has the GA, though, so he should be fine. They should pop the GA. They will. Nice ulti here by Poke Archer. They're just going to try to force this fight. Dippy should go down for this. Dippy surviving. Huge Yone arm, but it's not going to matter. They will get Dippy, but Shanti's trying to turn. Oh! And Bori's going to catch. Now, look at this Vlad. It's triple kill for Bori! Oh. He's keeping this game alive. He's doing it. What a smart engage to punish the Camille.
Wait, they could just march it down mid here. I think this is an end angle.
Maybe. I mean, there are long death timers. 40 seconds on all 3 members of Sad Jellyfish, but I just don't know if they can end. They might be able to take an inhibitor here, but I think the end angle is going to be hard. They still have Baron on the side of Sad Jellyfish to help with this defense.
Marcuti doesn't have ult here, so that's big.
Yeah, and they still do have Elder on these 2 as well, but this should be falling off soon. What are they going to do?
Echo ult might one-shot Shingy.
Yeah. It's 20 seconds. They're just going to turn here. Go on to Haku. This is a smart engage. They're going to get the Zanyas out. They're going to get 1 turret. The ulti's going to come out to Haku. Can they kill him in time? Just focus the turrets. They're going to get the turrets. This could be an end angle. Here comes a Dippy. They're trying to stop it. They're hitting the next. They're hitting the next. Boy, he's going to get it. And that's a game 1 victory for the side of Boomer Squad.
Wow. What a banger.
You were correct. That was an end angle. They were able to find it. Wow. Just unbelievable gameplay from both of these teams here in game 1.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker for Sad Jellyfish, though. Like, you get a really tough early to mid game here, but you grind it up enough that your team comp can scale. You get a clutch Elder fight. You win that. Get Elder. Get Baron. and then Bori just cleans up a team fight after they caught out Dippy in the bot lane for that push. Wow, what a game!
Yeah, what an intense first game indeed.
I'm gonna get something to drink. I'm gonna need it after this game.
Yeah, honestly. What a first game, guys. How are we feeling in the chat about this first game? What do we want to see changes from both of these teams? Hey, I got a question. Anybody watching any baseball? Any baseball guys in here? Yankees are in the World Series. Dodgers trying to get to the World Series today. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're not watching it because we're all here for this lovely semifinals match right now. But two historic teams, you know, playing in the World Series would be pretty cool. Been a long time since we've seen that Dodgers Yankees matchup. Also, I just want to give a shout out here to our boys, man, to FlyQuest. I don't know if anyone watched this series, but if you didn't, our boys were fantastic. They're their best, and I really want to give a shout out to them, man. It's freaking awesome to watch. Just too bad it didn't go our way. One day, NA will win one. I believe. I stopped believing, but I think that series showed me it's still possible.
We are back.
We have came all the way here to game 2.
Yep. Do you think what adaptations do you think in the draft we might see here?
Well, I think the Camille is gone. I don't think we're going to let the Camille in. That might leave an opportunity for Sean T to get one of more favorable 80 carries. Maybe this Caitlyn, maybe this Ezreal. I do feel like if I were to favor one of the two of them, if I were the side of Boomer Squad, I'd probably leave up the Ezreal because the Caitlyn play is very clean, I have to say. Not that the Ezreal isn't, but I think the Ezreal you can also get onto with stuff like Vi. His DPS is lower, but we are actually going to see the ban on the Ezreal, so never mind. Are we just going to like salty run it back and just have the same bans?
I mean, potentially.
Yeah. Okay, here's the Camille. So they're gonna leave out the Caitlyn. All right, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think the Echo, as good as Haku is on the pick, I don't feel like it's really in a strong state right now, and I think that was pretty clear and evident in the game from what I was watching. But as far as Sad Jellyfish, they think. Okay, so this is something I can't stress this enough. I said Jellyfish, if you win the game, whatever. I guess we could just disregard. But I always hate this. You just lost. You're also on red side for game 2. Not adapting in draft is so criminal, in my opinion. As far as like your first bans. If they just want to run it back, like they can run it back, and I think like Nyla would still be okay into something like Caitlyn. By the way, yeah, there's a rage advantage, but who cares, man? You know what I mean? Stuff like the Aurora pick, I think was really good early. Like, yeah, you guys caught it out a couple times, but um, it was so strong and it provided so much in team fights. It's just crazy to me. It's always crazy to me. I like seeing Boomer Squad adapt though, and that was a really smart ban from them to get Dippy off Camille. Try to help out the top laner a little bit here and see if they can get something. But he's gonna have counter once again.
Yeah, this draft race.
Look, I don't think it's great, Pence. I get it, but I just think like if you really want to run that back again, or if you really want to, like, you could still do it. Is my point, and I think you could just go maybe something more engaging if you want on the side of Boomer, right? Like maybe you go Nautilus and just hook this Caitlyn, and then allow this freaking Nyla to just walk in. So we'll see what they decide to do though.
Here's a Senna pickup, so this is kind of throwing it back to that game one draft.
Yeah.
See if they pick up the Nyla here. I don't
think they will though. I think they're going to switch up the pick here. I do think that, but I'm just saying I'm stressing the they are going back to the well. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. The only change so far is just the Caitlyn. That's literally it. Haku even taking the Echo. Now that different, and I like it. I like that on Marcuti. Again, I don't think it has like crazy roaming abilities as much, but it is, when it does roam, very, very strong in forcing fights and setting up with certain champions here. And I think so far, like Echo, for example, Echo not feeling like he has to go in, and now Rel can do that for him, be very helpful for the Echo here.
Yeah. Rel is like one of Echo's best friends when it comes to like going in, setting up the engagement, and when you see Rel go in just during the animation, you can prop the W up, and Rel keeps you in that to get then 2.25 second stun by Echo very well. So yeah, I really do like this duo, Elena, Caitlyn, Rel. So I really want to see Shanti like pop off this game. I felt like
they were messing with me. Don't mess with me.
It's the same bands coming out from Sad Jellyfish, so they felt like it wasn't really like a champion on the other side worth banning.
Yeah, I think for me, when I'm watching that game, when we're Squad did overstep, so Sad Jellyfish feel like they could have won, right? Because there were mistakes by Boomer. But I think the point of that game that I see is the early game dominance from Boomer, right? They had the proper setup, so it made it so now Sad Jellyfish has to play on the back foot. And when you're forced to play on the back foot, you can just go, no, we could have just won. We just have to execute better early. Okay, that's great, but it's also they had the champions to execute better early. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's the thing, and I think we're still seeing that similar setup here from Boomer. The Rel being a nice adaptation doesn't necessarily make it for me feel like, okay, this is just going to be a better early game from Sad Jellyfish. I still like the Aurora. I still like the J4. I love the setup. And then I love the Rel. Into the Poppy? No, I don't actually. I meant I love the Poppy. Into the Rel.
No, but this will end up being a Poppy top.
This could be. It's technically flexible. The problem is you really can't flex it when you have to B4, B5, right? So I'm predicting. Oh yeah, you're right though. Well, could it be some weird stuff like Senna Poppy bot lane though? No, okay.
No, I think they basically got rid of the fasting Senna type thing. So Senna Ashe with Poppy top, Aurora mid. Okay. Let's see what Dippy has in store for this. Because they banned out his Camille. I think any of the other fightery type of champions have too many dashes.
Asante.
Okay, Asante. Alright.
I think Asante and the Poppy isn't too bad. But I think the Poppy's value here is all around the team. Now that's, I think, good into Poppy. I like that pick.
It's good into Poppy Jarvan.
Yeah.
But Darius with Ashe, Senna, Aurora showing is interesting. I don't know if Aurora has enough range to really escape Darius that well, but I know Ashe and Senna do.
Yeah. So basically, what I'm seeing once again, I think it's funny, but I think the drafts are very similar, and the whole concept of how the game is played is similar. I think this said Jellyfish wants to scale once again. Kate, Victor, like they want to they want to go, about 30 minutes in the game, right? 3 items and start hitting like trucks. Echo is honestly a similar champion, but again, I don't know. Echo seemed not as strong to me from what I saw in that game. I understand he wasn't like ever really ahead, but even when he started to get to his items, he didn't feel like he did any meaningful damage. Because 5-item Echo, I feel like should be one-shotting people like the Senna, but it wasn't happening.
Yeah. Well, I felt like Echo had to forfeit some attack speed that he likes to get from Nashor's Tooth, because that's really what makes the quick one-shots really possible.
Yep.
There was too many times where he dove in and instantly had to like Zanya's and absorb cooldowns, and hopefully his shield saved him coming out of it. In that regard, so. I just think this Echo pick, I just don't. He plays it very well, but I just look at the other side and I'm like, Echo gets kited out by a few things.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game.
Yeah. See what happens here. Victor, I think, is a much better response into Aurora.
Charvin mid is crazy. I just came back and I saw that. I left for a second. I closed my door.
It's annoying, but Salt probably has enough awareness to like be able to space. And Jarvan, you're just eating Victor Q's, Victor lasers, so he's farming his stacks on you quite easily.
We call that beating your ass. Let me get a water, man. I'm gonna lose my voice for this game 2.
What did I do?
See, I mean, some of those smaller, like, intricate adaptations where both team comps have got a little more beefiness, tankiness into them. But where if they don't make the wrong move, they don't just get insta-aced. So I do like that. But all in all, both comps have just a little more, like, tools. So, we'll see.
Alright, I got my water. We're good.
The interesting thing is, the 5th ban coming out by Boomers was Mundo, and I think either team would have been totally happy with Mundo.
Mundo. No, they're saving that for game 3, man. If we go to game 3.
I think we go to game 3 here.
I think it's very likely. I will not disagree there.
I like Sad Jellyfish's comp a little bit more here. So actually, is this the first time we've seen Dippy on Darius this season?
I don't remember.
I don't think he's played it.
I mean, he's played like everything under the sun, so it's plausible.
He has.
Yeah.
I'm curiosity's gonna get the best of me here. So he had a Camille game. He had a Jace game. Trundle, Mundo.
He's looking. I gotta leave again, guys. You know, I'm all nervous for these teams. I gotta take a tinkle. Had a great time.
Bear, Maokai. I can't see the third game here, so maybe. Renekton. Poppy. Oh, there. Woody or Kinnan. I remember the Kinnan game. Yeah, I think this is the first time we've seen Dippy on Darius this season.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Pens, on both comments here. But I think Marcuti's best when he can really move around the map and impact it on like a real true playmaker level, I guess is how I'd put it. You know, um, it's not that stuff like Renata or Lux or I don't know Seraphine. I'm trying to think of all the like you know champions that really just want to sit next to their 80 carries for the most part. It's not that those champions cannot be impactful on a roam, right? On a good timer, on a good setup, can be super strong, just as much as any support pick you have. It's just that they can kind of do for themselves a little more, right? Like Rel, Alistair, I don't know, even like something like Bard. They get good setups really easily, and they could survive a little longer if they go in a little early. So, yeah, I really love Bard, man. That champion's so much fun.
I think if you ever at one point mained the support role, you played either Thresh or Bard.
Yeah, I play all those champions.
Yeah.
It's like you're talking about me, man. Are you in game?
Oh. Haku, you had the best skin last game. Now you don't.
All right. Well, there's an immediate pause when we get in, so we should be synced together, hopefully, without issue.
Alright.
It's so funny because I took a potty break and then they gotta take a potty break. We're in sync, and I believe it was it was Jarvid. So junglers, we EP together. We are one.
Okay. I'm just not touching that one.
CLT is a guy that stays away from everything. Doesn't want to get canceled on the internet.
You know what? You're not wrong there.
You can't cancel me. I don't care.
No, I'll just let you just kind of be that lightning rod here.
Yeah. Look. When it's pertaining to League of Legends, what are you gonna cancel me for? I'm not over here talking politics. We're not over here talking our favorite musicians or some weird thing or saying some controversial stuff, right? You're not getting canceled, buddy. You're fine. Now, if you do those things, somebody might try to cancel you, but even then, who cares? Free speech, man.
I give the APM over to the side of Sad Jellyfish. They 2 seconds in, most of them have already got their starting items.
Indeed. Game already over. GG. It's still a long bathroom break. My goodness.
Oh. Oh, we're not going there. I think I've messed that up like twice.
What did he say? What did I miss? What happened, Pens? Please tell me.
I think it was the 2 weeks you were out. I casted 2 of the BBO games and yeah.
Please do tell. I'm curious to know. Yes, he did, Tenzin. I feel like he won against the toilet though. We'll check with him after the game.
He scaled too much from last game.
J4 scaling too much. It's crazy.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Ah, all right. GG. Saw it one game.
That's twice now that Salt has been in that brush and he's get a mana flow stat. Well, I guess he was playing Vladimir last game, so it doesn't matter. But
Ooh, Victor is gonna see a very scary Darius. Nice. Yeah, nice dodge by Victor as well. So, that's gonna give a a slight lane advantage over to this Poppy early. Dippy should be either forced to reset or pop a pot, I would think. Yeah, he's gonna reset.
we're synced up, right? 116, 117.
Yep, we are.
Sweet.
An extra L slip into the name. That's crazy.
I like that from Pence.
So now, I feel like Aurora into Victor is probably a little bit of a better matchup for Aurora, yeah? I feel like the poke is going to land more and be more meaningful.
Yeah, but as the trading goes on, like, Victor doesn't get his burst traded because of the Q start. But he also can farm up stacks off Aurora pretty easily.
Yeah. I guess it depended on landing those Qs if you're Aurora, right?
Yeah.
He will end up getting the lane prio, but
Nice dodge.
at the cost of his HP.
Yep.
Which can get pretty scary for this Aurora here. Already, my goodness. Darn almost in the kill range for this Victor already. Yeah, I think that level up was pretty important here, but Tang really needs to get this out here. I mean, oh yeah, there's the level 1 kill, or well, not level 1, but you know, first blood, I should say. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all by that one.
There's last year's MVP showing up.
Yeah.
Right when his team needed it the most there to get a good start off in the game, too.
Just having really good movement there, right? And dodging a lot of those Aurora Qs on the trades and ended up giving himself the advantage. We have 2 Victors in this game. I am very confused. Oh! Victor and Victor Apple. Yeah. Solid points. Solid points.
See, Sean T and Marcuti starting this lane off much better than...
Yeah, and there's a flash in from Marcuti.
Engage.
Nice movement by Chingy there, being able to flash to the side and surviving it. Oh, and Marcuti with the little slippery shoes himself. So that's flash for flash, and that's pretty much you're just, you know, trying to get rid of the flash here. Here is a gank. I don't think they're going to have enough damage, though. I mean, maybe they will. No, they will, actually. Okay. Yeah, that's a kill going on to J4. J4 likes early gold, so. Yeah, and you know, looking at top side, that early push off there from the Darius has kind of put Victor in a decent spot. Not doing too bad in this lane.
Yeah,
Victor,
Victor's actually holding his own.
Victor Apple. I will clarify, Victor Apple. I'm gonna confuse myself. Yeah, they'll buckle, given those free grass procs are so nice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, kill him post TP. Yeah, it was a genius play. You were correct. I'm gonna say I feel like around Victor's level 6, like there's potential. Oh, nice play from him. I would say there's potential he could actually win this, and but But Dippy fought on a good timer here. He's actually able to get 6 first now. Good punish. But that is no ghost for this Darius, so.
I like the bone plating by Salt here. I didn't see he took resolve secondary.
Oh, and they're going to go right on Changi. Changi doesn't have his flash here, so he should go down.
Oh, nice heal.
Oh, but Bori's stepping up, making sure to keep his support safe. They know that Marcuti doesn't have flash here, so this could be a turn on Marcuti instead. No, but Changi's going to step up. He's going to get himself killed. But this is a 1v2. Oh, nice flash here. We see Archer coming in. Oh, that should be a kill. Going over to the J4, it will. And now we see Tang. Tang does have the ultimate. This will be flash. Oh, it's all flashed into the wall. That's going to be a kill. Going over to this Aurora. Nice roam timer there from this Aurora. Oh, now they're going to spot out Salt. Salt still doesn't have flash. That's a lot of damage, but Tang doesn't have any way in. But this could be a potential dive. Next EQ. I mean, do they want to risk it? They do have flash on this Jarvan. Can they get it crash in time? We do see Caitlyn coming down.
I mean,
The
Salt
Grubs
may
will
be
go
able to
over.
hold the wave here, yeah.
They will get the
He's
knockup.
gonna make the dive.
And Tang
Nice,
smartly
well played.
tanks the turret. Well executed. But the Grubs were taken by said jellyfish. So that was a good response play there. And a cancel on the recall. Also pretty massive. Gonna ruin the J4's tempo.
Oh, but here's.
Oh, another one on to this poor Senna trying to dodge a W. We're always gonna
nice.
almost be able to get out of there, but unfortunately we'll go down to the Ignite from Marcuti. Key though, that did not go over to this Echo. And this is kind of what was happening last game. The Echo wasn't able to get any of these early kills, and maybe that was part of the problem. You know, Echo really likes early advantages like that.
Yeah, and Sad Jellyfish get the grubs and the first dragon of the game.
Yeah, so it's kind of a flip from last game, which is pretty massive here. If you are the scaling comp, to be able to get these early advantages on objectives.
Yeah, I think in regards to the draft, like Sad Jellyfish definitely have a lot more like avenues to play towards. So being able to pick an early game champ like Darius, prioritize the grubs, and then make a play bot side, and then get the dragon.
Yeah,
Have a lot.
you know,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just surprised they didn't go Drake, right? Like after they get the setup in place. I mean, I know Aurora was low, but Changi was back on the map at that point, so they should have been okay to do it. Meanwhile, there's an engage here mid. They do have ult from Park Archer. He's just gonna ult in. He doesn't even care. He has no. Does he have flash? He does, so he should be fine. Yeah, he'll walk out with his life. Oh, it's a lot of damage. Top flash in. Really nice ult trades back and forth. But now Victor is in really bad spot. There's a ghost on Dippy. All Dippy has to do
Ghost
is
is
walk
coming
up.
back up here soon.
Yeah, but it looks like he's not going to risk anything for the biscuit. Oh, maybe he is. He's going to sit on that ward. I lied. Asher launched up. Wow. If Bori was patient, this Asher could have actually landed. That's the crazy thing. He's just sitting in the bush, and he launches it straight across.
We got the Eclipse coming out on Jarvan already. You like the Eclipse better this game compared to last? Or?
Yeah, I think because they have Victor on more of a real true frontline champion, I think it's better in this circumstance. Plus, they're kind of farming this Victor on repeat at this point, so being able to burst this Victor quicker is pretty good. So yeah, I do definitely like it here. But again, he's going to be squishy, so because of that fact, the J4 will still be at risk in these plays, in skirmishes, to get shut down if he CC'd up pretty quickly.
We're gonna have a different soul this game too, as Earth Drake was the first Drake taken. So we see a lane swap here coming out of Boomers.
Yeah, they want to contest these grubs. They don't want to give it over, so I think that's the reason they're doing it here. I'm just curious if they can. If this 4 is stronger than this 5, and that's a definite no in my book.
I mean, Dippy hasn't backed yet, so there's
Oh,
technically
well, they're
5
engaging on to this jungler. We just talked about how he can get blown up. Now we're seeing Bori in a really bad spot. This is just a lonely Ashe. What can this Ashe do? Going to be E'd by the Darius. That should be a dead Ashe, and it will be. And the Tang will be banged on the map.
That was a very good rotation by Sad Jellyfish there.
Yeah. Yeah, they really want to fight over these grubs here, and I understand the idea, but like that again, the J4 has to be aware of how quickly they can blow them up, and you kind of see the results of that.
Felt like Sad Jellyfish this draft in this game. No.
Oh, Ashe Arrow just missing. Oh, they're gonna. Oh, they didn't layer that CC properly, and that's gonna be what causes them to mess up the play. Really nice W by the Poppy though. Oh, but no, Changi's gonna go down, and now we might see this Echo start to pop off. Meanwhile, Bot though, they're gonna punish Salt. Very smart play to shut Salt down for at least a cross map type play. But yeah, that was unfortunate. I think if we just held and let the CC go through initially, even if Caitlyn does cleanse there, it's got a better wall angle for the Poppy.
Wow, these teams are not afraid to fight and attack each other when they see an opening here.
No, they're not. But the problem is that I'm already seeing, and it's scaring me if I'm the side of Boomer Squad. It's just the fact that there's a almost 2K gold lead. Well, no, it's only 1K. I'm sorry. There's a 1K gold lead, right? And it's in a game where you need to be up early, right? So we talked about last game, right? So you do not want to go into this mid game around the 18 to 20 minute mark with an even game or a slight advantage for Slight Jellyfish. And that's what we're going to be going into. So it's going to be very difficult for the win con of the side of Boomer Squad here.
Yeah, they pick very strong side laners to try and snowball this, but even if they didn't, they can keep it even, and Victor can do really well into like late game team fights.
Alright, so they're going to turn on a Drake. They do have the knowledge that they're doing it. They are first on it. I think it looks like the decision is just to kind of give it. Don't got to force anything. Salt is getting some XP up top side. We are seeing a fight break out between top laner and mid laner here. Victor is not itemized for this matchup, though, so he's taking a lot of damage here in the Victor, who they've pretty much shut down. This could be a bit of a mistake. The flash in is not going to work out. And now the Victor is going to be slightly back into this game. Big misstep here from this Poppy.
Yeah, I think if that Senna ult comes out earlier, they might trade like 1-for-1 in that regard. But
yeah, I think the thing is you just have to give the turret there if you're the Poppy, right? You don't really have the damage to kill this Victor very quickly, and you're just not itemized for him. So he's gonna kill you pretty quickly, and that's what we saw.
And I'm actually very curious. Let me see. Victor's on. Looks like 2 upgrades.
Yeah, and now you see Hako. He's turning on to this Herald. He's by himself, so he's going to be these pushed off for now. But they don't have the Poppy here. Poppy does have TP, but she's just going to walk over. Bori, though, is going to be left here by himself here in the bot lane. So let's see how it goes. It's a 4v3 on the top side, so if they want to force it, they certainly can. It looks like they're going to with this knowledge, but this structure should go down pretty quickly with these 6 scrubs. Bori, yeah, they are going to dive. Really nice dodge here. Nice Ashe Arrow. Bori doing so well, cutting it out, playing it super fantastically here. Shanti should go down. There should be no chance. Wow. What a really nice play from Bori here. But now, unfortunately, because of that, they might be forced off of this objective. And no, Poke Archer is going to get the objective, which is pretty massive. He should go down. He's going to EQ out, but here comes the flash in from Dippy. Dippy's going to get the kill. But I think overall, it's going to be a net positive as they're going to be able to secure the Herald and pick up a kill for this Ashe.
Yeah, and it all started off with Bori just kind of outplaying that dive.
Yeah, no, that was a 1v2 that he won simply by himself.
Yeah.
I could argue that I'm not going to say the TP was not needed from the Poppy, but there is a world where maybe Poppy doesn't have the TP there. Because there was no flash on Marcuti at the time. He couldn't get back in once he had missed his abilities. And if he wants to chase down Shanti, he's more than happy to do so. But it's still good to be there, right? You leave your Ashe on an island and you don't go in, then Ashe might be flaming you. Like, what the heck, man? I did all this work and you're not going to TP in to make sure I'm safe.
I mean, to be fair, he just chased the Rel out of the area because he let the Ashe get the solo kill on Caitlyn. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh no, but they now know that Bori doesn't have flash. They're going to punish that. Next up is Changi going to go down. Immediately there's going to be a kill for Shanti and a kill for this Echo.
Big engage here by said Jellyfish on the Boomer Squad bot lane.
Yeah, they caught them walking in a really bad choke there. It's not really safe to do so.
I think if you see a Rel on the other side of on the other team, like I wouldn't go investigate a ward that was just placed in front of you.
I agree. Not without your J4 or your Poppy.
Yeah.
And now with that mid lane turn going down, that's going to be a 3k gold lead for the side of Sad Jellyfish here. Oh, Tang's walking in. And going to take a lot of damage. Should be able to W over the wall here. Going to drop the ulti just to survive. Oh, they're going to be able to force a flash. It's going to be a lot of damage on a Haku. So they're going to force the ulti out of the Echo. But I think more value is hitting between two worlds in the Ashe arrow. As well as Senna ult. B-King ults for this Drake here in 45 seconds. Dippy. He's like, come here. I want to fight you.
Yeah, I think with a full stride breaker complete, Dippy wants to fight anybody right now.
Yeah, this Darius should have no problem silencing against anybody in the game at the moment.
Yeah.
Victor doesn't have TP for a little bit longer here, so it might be a decision to give over the Drake, but we do see something going on the cross map. Yeah, Tang looks to be in a very, very bad spot. They know that Tang does not have his ult. He does have flash, but he should go down here. He's going to W to try to turn it back, but just cannot do it. And Dippy's going to get sent out of here. Go back home, Mr. Darius. I do like the decision mid, though. Try to crack this turret open. The problem is, I don't know what they can do. We see Dippy coming in. Yeah, Changi's in a bad spot. Bori still has no flash, so they're going to push him off. And they're not even going to be able to get the turret here, as they should also secure the Drake.
Yeah, that gives that Jellyfish tempo for this Drake here.
Yeah.
And Poke Archer has flash coming up, so he might look for a flash steal.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's honestly that worth. I mean, certainly stopping the... Oh, I see the play. They're going to TP on the ward. Here's the TP over the Echo's going to get the smite. Nice! Between two worlds, going to find every single member on that side of the map. But meanwhile, Dippy is trying to kill Bori here. There's a flash in the pit. Victor Apple looks to be like he's going to go down. He will. Do they have the damage to finish Dippy? They do, but that's going to be a Caitlyn R on top of this Ashe. And that's going to be a 3-for-1 for the side of Sad Jellyfish.
Yeah, Dippy put in so much work there in that bag line to zone them off, while the rest of his team took care of Poke Archer and Victor Apple.
Yeah. It was honestly sad when you look at it there, because it's like a huge, humongous Aurora ult comes out, but it's just not enough damage, right? Like you said, the zoning, and the Poppy just kind of is tickling.
Yeah.
I think you needed Poppy there to have the ultimate, but unfortunately she did not, so that also caused that fight to go that way. I can not stress it enough. You got to fight on your cooldowns, you know? If you don't have your cooldowns, sometimes you're just forced to give objectives, even if you don't want to.
Yeah, I was surprised when I seen the flag put in the dragon pit. I thought he was just going for the steal, and he honestly timed it very well. It was just a much better executed smite by Haku. Trying to steal off an Echo when he knows how to line it up with his passive is very difficult.
Yeah, and Echo that's very fed. But meanwhile, mid lane, Boy is being forced to flash. Do they have the ability to survive here? Looks like they do, but look at that Echo R. They're going to have to be very careful because that could land on somebody serious. And they're going to have to be forcing onto Poke Archer, and he is just going to be taken down.
Shanti's having a much better game here, being able to put out a lot more damage.
Yeah, I talked about this before we got underway into this game, that you don't want to give Shanti Caitlyn. Very proficient on the Caitlyn. Not that can't play other AD carries. But meanwhile, Bori is being turned on by the Salt, and that's going to be a dead Ashe. And unfortunately, that's going to be already a lost team fight. Now Chengi's going to go down. Oh no, and Tang's going to walk up, and Tang is just going to be taken off the map. This Echo is having a lot more fun this game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a lot more things to like set up the Echo and give him a lot more space to work with, in the sense of like beef. You have Rel and you have Darius in this team comp.
Does Victor try some crazy play? That's the real question. No, was not able to get it. He tried. He certainly tried.
It's gonna be really hard for Poppy to even push Echo out of a pit, because he just R's right back to it.
Yeah, exactly. I think the hope there is maybe you push other members out that aren't the Echo, and you can turn and do something, but fortunately did not go in the favor there.
You have most of the second items completed on the side jellyfish.
Yeah, I feel like we're headed for game 3 at this point. Like, it just feels like there's not much the Boomer Squad comp can do at this point in the game. They're hitting their power spikes way too early on side jellyfish. Especially when it was a comp that I felt like wanted to fight more front to back here. Let the Poppy and J4 just kind of sit in front with the Ashe and Aurora and Senna Free Fire. We have not really seen a fight like that one time.
Yeah, even last game, it took Bori's Nyla to like get into fights for the ADCs to really like do anything. They just kept getting blown up right at the start of the fight. So.
So it looks like they're going to force something out of Dippy here. Trying to make something happen. Never mind, disregard that. They're going to force something mid lane instead. Marcuti with a huge engage. Echo does come out, but a nice flag and drag right on top of Haku, but it's just not going to be enough.
Oh,
He finally going to go down, but he's going to get 2 kills on the way out. Victor After will be next up, and where is Shingy going to go? You have so much damage, and you see Tang back there trying to do it again against the Darius, but he has nothing he can do. Yeah, it looked like initially they were going to look for a play onto the Darius, but Marcuti was not having it.
No. Marcuti definitely looks a lot more comfortable in the style of support, and his team definitely is like playing super well around his decision making and engages here. So I think they get mid inhib here, they back out, got tempo for Dragon, which puts them on soul point. Oh, they don't get the inhib, just fine.
Yeah, they're just gonna choose to play it a little slower.
That's fair. But
It's a
now
bad
they're
idea.
12,000 gold up. Jeez.
Yeah, that's a massive gold lead.
There's really no answer out of Boomer Squad's comp to like lean on and say, okay, this is going to perform well in late game fights or something like that. Yeah, Pens. I think Haku wanted another run back on this Echo. He thought he could do better, and he has this game. But I think he's got a much better comp built around him.
Yeah, and even with that said, I still don't particularly love it. I mean, like, it's doing well, and it's like I can. Two things can be true. One thing, Haku is a very, very good Echo player and is showing that. Two things, I don't think the champion is that strong right now. Like,
I would agree.
I think they can go both ways. But if you're proficient on champion, you feel very comfortable, and I know that Haku does, and he plays it really well, then you're gonna send it, and so I respect that. I have no issue with that at all. He's done work this game, and it's definitely shown out. But also, like we talked about, we see the Rel pick up here, and that kind of helps the Echo find the engages after the Rel engages. So it's been well executed.
I think they're gonna overload this one side and maybe try to attack Salt. See if they can get anything out of it. They still have Ash Arrow to at least try and.
Oh, they send the Asher on mid, but they're not able to get it. They are going to do the Beyond Two Worlds on the mid lane, but there's not enough damage coming out of Tang.
But here we got another fight here in the jungle here.
Yeah, do they have enough CC to kill Haku? They don't. They're trying to send everything onto it, but here comes Marcuti with the engage. Really nice engage. Now they're turning on Assault. Do they have the damage for this fight? Nice Zanyas by Salt to keep himself alive. This fight is intense. It's going very, very crazy. And I just got the stupid thing happen to me in the middle of a fight. Yeah. Gosh darn it. What happened, CLT? I missed it.
That ended up being a 1-for-0 on the side for Sad Jellyfish here. There's a couple fights on different fronts, so it's hard to track. But Haku ended up like absorbing a lot of cooldowns and having a chance to get like 2 stuns off there to tank up quite a bit.
Yeah, but now we see the Hex Flash from Marcuti. Big play from this row. They're going to lock up Poke Archer, but wait a second. They're pushing him out a little bit. Maybe they're able to survive here. Oh, they're trying to turn on to this Victor. They're going to get the shutdown. It's going to go over to the Aurora.
And Victor's going to be about 10 seconds removed from this Baron spawn. Might give Boomers enough time to like clear out some vision. Oh, wait a sec.
Oh, they're going to catch out Marcuti here. That could be really, really big. Marcuti does not have flash. If they're able to get it, the Ash Volley should come out.
The spirit too.
Yeah, this is key. That's going to be another kill. They weren't able to catch on to Shanti, but Dippy is here to help. Dippy is just coasting in. Could this be an overcommit onto Shanti? They look at the shutdown. Well, what can this Darius do in this fight?
Haku,
yeah, Haku's coming in. They're going to be able to CC him up. But can the Darius turn this fight? He's going to be altered away. Now do they have set up onto Haku? Really, really nice stun. Looks like they're just going to back off and not overcommit. Their mid lane is falling. Oh, here comes the TPN. That's going to be the Victor. They're going to try to end the game right here. Victor is hitting the turrets. The guy to let someone get back. Oh, no. Bori is forced off the reset.
Oh, they're stopping the recalls.
They are stopping the reset. They're going to turn on the Dippy. But turret's going to go down. They should be able to get the second turret. Haku is stalling. Dippy is stalling. They're flashing away. That's going to be 2 turrets. Can anyone stop them? I don't think they will be able to time. They will shut down the Darius, but what cost? Victor Apple's the only one in the base. He does not have the damage. Sauna's hitting the Nexus. Can they stop him? I just don't think they can. And in the end, he's going to kill the Poppy. And it's a stylish Zanya's. One more auto, and he'll get it.
That's a one series now.
Wow, what an ending here to game 2. So.
Wow. What a epic ending there.
Yeah, really, really fun game 2.
We have a game 3 for a spot in the finals against Team Scorch.
And the streak continues. Game 3 every week.
That is true. Yes. Wow. What do you think we're going to see here in this game 3? I know I hit you a little quick, but
what are we going to see?
Good, you think
question.
Haku plays something different?
To Depends on what sides we go, and it's looking like we're going to get a red side game out of Boomer. I think it's possible. I think it depends on if we're going to continue to ban this Gwen here. Because I believe if the Gwen is left open and they do decide to ban the Echo, we're going to just see Gwen. If they leave the Echo up and the Gwen up for banning something else from that game too, then yeah, maybe we just see the Gwen instead. But be very interested. I do think the Aurora. There's no way we're gonna see Aurora for a third straight game. I feel like we're gonna see a switch up mid there. I think Tang pulling out something more aggressive in the mid lane that can really duel Salt here on his champ pool because he plays a lot of scaling mid laners. Might be the answer for the mid lane. Maybe a Yone. You know, something along those lines.
I mean, Tank could match scaling for scaling. He's known for his Syndra play. So, there's a chance that comes out.
Yeah, there's certainly some options out there. I think I want to see the J4 dropped personally as well. I think it's time to play something else in the jungle. I didn't really like it either game particularly. Definitely not game 2. I think game 1 was a stronger pick in my opinion for the game. So I would like to see those switches from the side of Boomer. I think side Jellyfish here, regardless of them winning, I want to continue to see them make some variations in the draft. And I still think that those same 3 bans, if they want to continue that trend, I don't personally love it. Right, I want to see something different. So, but it looks like we're gonna get the same thing going on because what's new? Sad Jellyfish will just permaban the same 3 champions. They're known to do this. They just think they can outmuscle you, right? They think we can beat you. We're just the better team. We're the better players. So I'm not really surprised by them doing this. It just always feels like it eventually will bite you in the butt. So.
We have Ezreal left open, Caitlyn left open, Echo left open.
Yeah, so we're gonna see the Ezreal. I was thinking that we might see the Cait again, just because again Shanti is so good on the Caitlyn, but the Ezreal is also very good. Pretty good Ezreal player as well. So I'm really not surprised by the switch up. Pretty good.
Oh, we got
that
a duo bot lane.
That I love already though. I love that into Ezreal. It's almost like they knew is what they're gonna pick. As far as the Nautilus into Rakan, I mean like they both could do stuff to each other. So, but I really like the Rakan Zaya here.
Okay.
Wait, what are you okaying? What's your?
I was reading chat.
Oh, okay.
I think you switched over. Sorry. So what do we see here outside Jellyfish? Because this will speak a lot on the draft here. I don't think you play like a bunch of engage into Zaya. I don't think Echo's that great into Zaya Rakan either.
He's just gonna full send it. Like this. I respect it. I will always respect it. It's a comfort pick for him. So it's like it worked game 2. Game 1 was not the best, but it wasn't horrible per se. So let's see here what they decide to do. I agree with you. I don't love it here. I think Zaya and Rakan are really, really strong into what so far has been shown. I know Nautilus does pretty well into Zaya, but at the same point, I still think the Zaya could be pretty safe. Ooh,
I really like that.
I like the Vi too, to be honest, but the Amumu was just as good.
Yeah, I agree. I was okay with both. I think if Haku's gonna try and play this Echo 3 games in a row, at some point in time you gotta just like punish it
Yep.
with like hard CC.
Yeah, at this point, 1 Q means death for Echo no matter what he does. There's just so much layering of CC. So, yeah, I love the pick. They can finally catch this Echo out and it'd be meaningful. So it's a good punish from them in the draft.
I really like the Olaf ban here by Boomers. I think that's something Dippy could like ghost on and just completely ruin a team fight.
Yeah, pretty smart.
Way getting banned from Sad Jellyfish, so potentially attacking Tang's pool. I mean, he hasn't really been pushed off of Aurora, but they ended up banning it this game, so I think they fully expected Tang to play something different. Might see a Syndra ban coming out of Sad Jellyfish here.
It's a Malphite. Get him off the
Actually-
rock. I like it.
Actually, this could be like a pseudo bait in the sense of like if Boomer puts Tang on something like Syndra or a control mage, Echo's pretty decent into that if Salt wants to take it mid. So the Echo's still like a pseudo flex pick here.
I think as much as they want to probably save counter here for top lane, yes, that's exactly. I was gonna say just don't do it. Give your mid laner counter because I still think Yone here has a lot of value. And
Agreed.
Yone is so good into Echo, by the way. I understand it's not mid lane Echo, but it's really good into Echo as well. So this is really, really smart. It's just like you're gonna sack the situation for the top lane. Like as much as counter would be so good, I don't think Victor Apple had a bad game.
We got the bird coming in. I'm not a great big. I don't think this is the greatest Anivia spot in the world. Like she has a lot of CC.
How is it into Yone?
It's Yone favored, but Anivia can fight back. It's similar to like Victor, in the sense of like she can stand her ground. She can
Don't even look. Dippy, okay, thank you. I was gonna be mad at you for that. Like, don't do that in game 3, you sick person. All right, cool.
Actually, the Kled is kind of a low-key like Yone denial here, because you have no issues like taking Anivia up top, and she can zone out Urgot quite well here. So if they pick Yone here, it wouldn't surprise me if Sad Jellyfish like lane swapped the Anivia top. Okay.
They're just gonna go for the team fight.
Yeah, and I think actually I really favor Boomer Squad in this comp. If they don't get onto Anivia, then I think she can definitely wreck fights, but it's going to be really hard because Rakan's looking to just stun everybody. And Rakan's a really, really good friend with Orianna as a ball delivery.
Yeah, I agree. This game is going to come down to just team fights and objectives. Like this is what this game is going to be, 100%. I think.
Actually, look. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Your thought.
No, I was just reading the chat here, and it made me actually think out loud that I think Penn's had a point here that Boomers had like a small little Galio angle here. Anivia does kind of murder him in lane a bit. But Galio on the Rakana Mumu sets up Urgot Zaya pretty well.
Yeah, I think the other one I wouldn't have been against, and we saw this drafted by teams in Worlds, right? Would been the Galio Skarner setup. I actually think that wouldn't have been too bad, but I'm not familiar if Poke Archer plays with Skarner. I can't remember. So.
Yeah. I just like I like a Mumu a little bit better than Skarner because it's just an ease of play.
Yeah. It's much better into the Echo. Skarner is definitely gonna have a harder time doing anything to lock him down. So overall, I still like it better. I just kind of looking like, man, that could have been a nasty setup, you know.
Yeah. I like the team fight out of Boomer Squad. There were like Sad Jellyfish. I'm not sold that it's not a true team fight comp, but it's not like a true pick skirmish comp either. So, it's definitely going to be an interesting game here. Orianna can bully Anivia around a little early, but also Echo punishes like the Orianna bully quite heavily. So, I think you're going to see a lot of fights around that mid lane river area.
Yeah. Well, I guess this is the big question. Chat, who do we think's winning this? What do we got? I'd like to know. Give me your pick. Boomer Squad or Sad Jellyfish?
I will wait for you to be better.
I'd be curious to see what a couple of our more seasoned guys say. Seasoned viewers, I should say.
They got seasoning on them?
I won't be denied.
Seasoned.
I'm just messing around, dude.
I know. Bro, it's getting late, alright.
Yeah, CLT needs to go to bed, guys. All right, he's got a bedtime. The wife
Yeah.
says 10 o'clock in bed. You're in bed.
Yeah. Funny, because her bedtime's earlier. She has to wake up first, so.
You a fan of the Halloween series, CLT? The movies?
Not particularly, no.
Oh, okay. You're just a hater.
Yeah, for the most part.
I was gonna ask you what your favorite one was, but never mind.
Not a
then.
big Halloween like scary movie type of guy. Like I'm good.
Yeah, I'm family's over here watching Halloween H2O, so I'm just kind of looking over at the screen and talking. So I was thinking about it.
Kind of looking at their regular season stats, and Mumu was our top pick champion in the league in the regular season. Ezreal was number 4. Nautilus was number 6.
We need to get that Riot production so we can like keep track of these picks and shit. So we can like bring out the pick ban rate percentages and the win-loss records on the champions.
Yeah, I'm spitballing half of these stats because that's just the type of person I am. But I would not be so bit surprised if I'm like accurate 30% of the time.
One of these days, you know, when we have like all the money in the world, just pay all the best production. We can do it.
Yeah.
Just give us like a $2 million loan. We'll give you guys the best production of all time.
You're not asking for much.
I'm just trolling. No, it would be cool though. I think like I always love seeing that like worlds when they're showing those the information. It's always intriguing to me because like I'll see champions picked and it'll be like this champion's been picked. Let's say in 45% of games has a 30% win rate. It's like, you know, it's 4 and I don't know 10 or some 4 and 12 or some stupid shit. And I'm like, why are we still picking this champ? You know, it'd be one of those things.
I really like what Kadrils does on his co-streams and his highlight videos, where after the pick ban, he actually like graphics in the player's career record on that champion. So it is nice to see if like if it wasn't in the meta this year and they pull out like something random, it's like well he knows how to play it because he still played it like 15 times in his career or some number like that. So.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, and I think that's good.
Yeah.
That's good info too, because like sometimes a champion might have that like really bad record at Worlds or MSI or even in the current LCS or LCK whatever split. But if the champion is being played by somebody who has a high career record on it, like, you know, I'm 10-1 on Zed mid, and you know, and I'm whoever. Even though Zed's not good right now, but it's a favorable Zed matchup, and it's like I'm just gonna send it, right? Like that's fine. Like, okay, well Zed's 0-5 this split, but this guy's 10-1 on it. You know, that would make it make more sense to me why it's being picked then. Kind of give you the more info on it.
Yeah. I also think it transcends like certain metas. If you just start watching League like this year, and all of a sudden you see like earlier today there was a Kassadin mid, and you're like, where the hell did this champion come from? And it popped up like, oh, this player is like 6-0 lifetime on this champion. You're like, oh, okay, this was a good spot for him to pick it, and he's been successful on it.
Yeah. And to talk about that Kassadin mid pick, by the way, it was a really good spot for it. But I actually think Chovy had a really bad series. I'd like to say I don't think he played well. I don't even think he played that well in that game either. I think it was just like people running it down and giving him kills.
I agree. I My heart sank when I seen the Cassidy come in because I looked over at the other side of the draft and I was like, that's a really good Cassidy angle. Shit.
Yeah,
So, but
it's unfortunate.
let's see, these are all D2 plus.
Well, we are getting into it. One more game for the weekend, and then we're moving into finals week, guys. This is great. We finally have made it. Finally here.
Anivia has a 52.25% win rate versus Oriana D2 plus.
Yeah, I feel like Anivia would be good in that matchup, you know? I don't know.
I mean,
Are you in?
I'm not yet.
Okay.
We're in now.
Okay, I'm paused at 8 seconds. Let me know when you get to 8.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, cool.
Also, like, shout out Salt using the only acceptable Anivia skin in competitive play.
I wasn't paying attention. What is that?
Black Frost.
Okay. And explain to the viewers why that is.
The auto attack animations are 100 times smoother, and the Q graphic is a little bit smaller than the hitbox, so it has a touch of play to win around it.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Are we moving in for an invade, or are we just stacking? I guess we're just stacking. I think their invade wouldn't have been too bad. They had the Rakan, so kind of was looking forward to it. I was like, oh, we're gonna invade, but we just stack instead.
Yeah. I think just that jellyfish has a respectable invade, but I think walking into, Urgot, Amumu, Rakan, yeah, man, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Like Anivia's level 1 and 2 aren't bad, but
Yeah, Tang is trying to sneak in and get a ward here, and he will. Very good, but that also is a ward there by the Anivia. So both of them are going to get information, and it looks like we're going to have both the Echo and the Mumu matching each other. Neither of them technically know that, though, because the ward did not spot a Mumu. It did spot the Urgot, so.
yeah. What as the jungler? Oh, there's a Q hit. As the jungler aficionado here, do you think Amumu goes like Leandry's first, or do you think this is like a full tank game?
Probably the Andrews first. It's just what's best right now. Still hasn't changed. Plus he went conquer, so.
I feel like this low key could have been a good like aftershock full tank game. I think that's what his team needs him to do, is being able to like dive in and deliver the ball and survive.
Yeah, but he can do that regardless, and I think the extra added burst from the Amumu is going to be nice in these team fights. Oh, nice trade here early by Victor. But here's the thing. I know that this champion, this ridiculous Gnar, I said Gnar, God, Yordle champion. Why am I having an issue with brain lag today? Hold on. My brain is not working. Kled. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm not gonna ask you. I'm just gonna look. This ridiculous Kled champion likes to get dismounted.
Early, yeah, for sure.
Right. It doesn't really bother him too much.
And as much as I have praised Dippy for just being an absolute, not only just a rock, but it was a big trade mid. Oh, here comes Haku.
He's gonna get the egg, but can he get out? I feel like he's just gonna choose to kill himself here. Yeah, he's just gonna walk away and die. That's a first blood for Haku. No respect for the Echo, and once again, another kill for Haku. That's not gonna be good. We talked about it. Like, if he's gonna get ahead, like, that's what Echo wants, right? He needs gold to snowball.
Yeah, we mentioned that actually in the load up of like the junglers visiting this mid lane here.
Now, luckily we did get the egg popped, which isn't too bad, and he will miss some gold, but it's just not going to mean too much since he was able to collect himself 400 gold first blood.
I feel like the egg pop doesn't mean much at that like level. Like, you're at this point now where you're behind. You know Echo's got enough pressure mid. So
Oh,
maybe
this
it's
is really interesting. Changi's when they're gonna go on. Changi should be just fine. Oh no! The bandit shot's gonna be missed, but they're gonna be nice CC on to Haku. Haku should go down. They're gonna be a 1-for-1. Now Shanti's in a really bad spot with nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. That's gonna be a kill for Bori. So that's gonna be a 1 kill for the support.
What a solo kill for Victor Apple up top.
Yeah, I didn't even get the chance to say anything because it happened so quickly. You spanned up there for a second, but yes, a solo kill top lane. That's pretty massive.
Yeah. And I actually kind of like started the thought to the bot lane fight that I know Dippy can play everything, but this feels like that blessing is kind of a curse because I feel like in the mid game when Urgot gets a couple items, the moment Kled dismounts.
Oh, the flash in, and the Ari's gonna come and get this up the kill. Oh no, the Tang uses his ulti on himself, so they shouldn't have any follow-up to kill Haku. Misplay, unfortunately. Oh, nice solo kill though.
Oh. We have the solo laners for Team Boomer Squad here putting up a fight for this game 3. They want to go to the finals.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry, that's just so funny.
Oh, the Oreo.
Yeah, I know that was supposed to be on top of the Rakan there. It was what it was supposed to be. But it did not go that way. Now we do see the Nautilus move up here. And if Dippy hits 6 here, maybe there's potential. But I feel like it's a bit risky. Yeah. Oh, he's going to walk right into Marcuti. I feel like he would have potential to turn this. But instead, he's kiting back to his Amumu. Nice bandage toss, should keep him safe. The second Q misses, unfortunately. Nat's going to be a kill. And now the Amumu is in a really bad spot. Should be able to pick up the kill here.
He can dive.
Yeah, the dismount does not matter. That's 2 big kills. The need to walk up in ward there, something just had to have fell off, I could see him. It's like, I don't know if I should risk this and end up costing him.
Yeah, they can attack Shanti here on the weak side.
Yeah, let's see if they're able to do anything. I was going to say, I feel like maybe Victor just turns there, goes in, immediately onto the Nautilus, drops the ulti, puts everything into him. There might be potential to turn that fight. Since it was level 5 and 4 to level 6. But now the grubs are going to be picked up, and once again, Marcuti being able to impact the map is just huge here, and Changi not able to match that. Ends up costing them.
So gold is about even, both at 4 kills. Team Sad Jellyfish took the Void Grubs. So.
Yep, and there's an XP advantage right now for this Echo, so that's pretty huge.
Yeah.
Archer did just hit 6, though. They're going to try to set up a fight down here, or maybe just force the Drake. I think the Drake will be just fine here. We do see Echo coming over, though, so I'm kind of curious how this is going to go. He gets spotted out here by Haku, which he does. So it looks like we're going to have a possible fight here in the pit, or... Nope, never mind. Haku says, you guys can have it. I'm going to go farm.
Yeah. I think Haku was interested in trying to maybe make a play for it until Rakan showed up.
Yep.
Oh, but Dippy misses the Q here.
Yeah, this is huge.
Here by Victor.
Yeah, Victor does a lot of damage. Gonna get the dismount here. It's pretty huge. Oh, nice cancel there.
Nice
I don't think they're gonna have any damage, but they will stop the reset that Marcuti was trying to get off, so that might be pretty huge. There's no TP on this Kled top side either. So he should miss some of the minions under the turret unless maybe he decides to ult for wave.
Maybe.
No.
I mean, look at the CS difference we have in AD and mid.
Yeah, it's pretty massive.
On the side of boomers. Yeah.
Who do you give the scaling to this game?
Wow. I would probably give it to the side of Boomers, but I think it's respectable for the side of Sad Jellyfish as well. I just like I'll just like the CC alongside with the damage. Like it's a much more cohesive like combo to pull off.
No, look at them. They're running right at Shanti. This is gonna be a force. They're gonna get the knockup. The Ezreal does have flash, but the CC's gonna come through. It's gonna be enough. It's gonna be a kill. Now Marcuti's going mid. They're gonna layer up the CC. It's pretty good. We do see the Zamumu coming. Nice ulti by Ting. With Ting with his shield, he will not.
Oh,
So-
nice sidestep there by Salt.
Yeah, so unfortunately, it looks like decided to just give over.
Yeah, it has passive. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Why you keep running forward.
Oh, they're gonna turn back on Marcuti.
Okay,
They should
okay,
have the
that was-
damage, and they will get the kill. Nice stun there. Getting a.
If they get egg here, that's big.
Oh no!
Oh, nice turnaround by Salt.
Yeah, nice damage coming out here.
Yeah, bird is the word.
It's kind of crazy that we don't respect the roam there from the Nautilus, though. Yeah, like we clearly see it. We see him walking off into the sunset. He's caught there by Chengi, and we just like die mid. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even when prepping, well, we have a fight top lane.
I
Even
just
prepping for the series, like, you know Marcuti's going to roam. Like, it just...
yeah, absolutely. And now we see Chengi gonna get jumped on. Oh, wall too fat. No, it's just always wild to me when I see certain things like that because like I know how good these players are and so on. I'm always shook by certain plays that just seem like okay, this shouldn't work. This shouldn't happen. But it did. It worked out, and now we're gonna be them turning out of these grubs here as they got some slight advantages, and they're gonna try to force on Oriana. Oriana does have flash though. She should be able to flash away.
Oh, hello.
Nice CC under the
but
turret.
nice turn.
Yeah, but Dippy should be fine. Wow, so now this might give them an opportunity to fight for these grubs. You see the Urgot's not going to be able to roam down here. We are going to see the duel between these AD carries. He's going to be able to force the flash out. Victor Apple's going to have to be careful. He will get dredge lined. What does his turn look like, though? He's going to land the ulti right onto Marcuti. Marcuti's being forced to flash away. Bandit Sauce is going to miss. But now they should be able to get themselves 2 grubs. So it's going to be 4 grub advantage. But at least they deny 6, which is pretty big. As that was a big problem in Game 2.
Yeah. So 6 kills to 6 kills. About what? A little under 1,000 gold lead here for
Yeah,
Boomer.
I'm checking this gold. This is a huge gold lead bot side. We're talking about 1,500 right now for Bori, who nearly has taken down the entire bot turret. Gonna have to be very careful here. Does have his Rakan going over. Does have the ult. Should be okay. Alright, just gonna be forced to flash away. That is a crucial sum used, but does get a lot of solo gold.
With a big demolish Pock from this Kled. You know, Clay gets 3 plates off that push mid or top.
Yeah, that's a massive play. I mean that has a lot to do with just the early advantage that the Xayah got, right? The Xayah Rakan is just so good together. Hence they were made champions, released together.
Yeah.
It's crazy that they're good together.
Yeah.
And I feel like the strength of the Nautilus into the Xayah is actually being in lane, right? Being able to punish the Xayah. But you can't do that if you're roaming as much. So it's been very interesting. And now they know that Marcuti doesn't have flash. Now there is a pretty good setup. Nice Moon R is going to find multiple members. Huge Oriana R will get 2 of them as Salt is trying to kill Tang. Tang is going to go down. Changi, though, he's chasing Haku, trying to kill him. Does he have the Ignite?
Oh, he might.
One more auto should do it. Oh, it doesn't have it. That's unfortunate. We're going to see a
but
top
here's
fight
that
being
fight
turned,
top
though.
laners.
Yeah, and this should be in favor of Dippy. It does look like he's going to go down. The E will land, so they're going to get the pullback. And the kill will go over to Dippy, but they're going to turn on Drake for it. These fights feel kind of sloppy from these teams.
Just feels like there's a lot of trading. If there's a fight going on one side, then the one team looks to pressure the other side, and it's a big back and forth. But as behind as Anivia has gotten, like she got to still got the row at a respectable timing. That she's not that far behind.
Yeah, I mean, we can go ahead and check the gold stats. In fact, she's actually ahead. She's 300 gold ahead of this Oriana now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some crucial kills coming in there, and it's kind of turned the time of the fight. And I think specifically that last kill on the Oriana is what put Yenivia over the edge.
Yeah. Also, like a 1,300 gold lead for the top laners right now in favor of Dippy.
Yeah, wow. It's pretty massive for this Kled right now.
Is that a 14-minute call purchased by Victor? Okay.
That's interesting.
Alright.
Now he's in a lane he probably doesn't want to be in, though. That's what kind of sucks.
Actually, I mean, if he's got call, he's got no issues.
Tang's gonna have to watch out. Oh, they're just baiting Marcuti. Oh, you beautiful ulti coming out. But now we're gonna see.
He just used E, like he's done.
Oh, he is able to survive though. Yeah, but they have no Nautilus ult for this fight. At this Herald, if they decide to take it. It looks like they're not going to force it. I feel like, oh, okay. We do turn on to Shanti. We're gonna get the Arcane Shift, and now Chengi's gotta be careful. We'll be just fine. Be able to E out, no problem.
Yep. The extended E range for Rakan because Zaya's on his team. Gotta like it. It's only 2 Zaya, I believe.
Yeah, I'm very surprised we haven't seen them turn on to this Herald here. I feel like you want to try to make plays. Instead, they're going to try to turn it on Shanti. They're going to a lot of damage onto this AD carry. The AD carry should go down. Massive amounts of damage. Nautilus does have flash, and Nautilus should be fine. Poke Archer walks in and just kind of dies for no reason. Nice flash hook. Boy does have his ult, so he should be okay. Oriana's going to come in for the defense. We're going to see Urgot come. Oh, yeah, Dippy is going in. He's going to luckily not end up under the turret. That would have been very bad for him.
Might have been funny, not gonna lie.
Yeah, he probably would have been okay. Just would have maybe been dismounted at worst. But yeah, a little bit of an overstep there by Poke Archer after the initial kill. Nice Oriana ultimate. They do a lot of damage. Tang put in a bad spot. They are going to drop the judge line onto the Oriana, but Oriana will be just fine. So just trade R for R. And HP, Mumu is now back on the map. Do they try to force this Herald, as they do have the tempo set up at this point?
We see Merctrez having to come out by Haku. That really cuts his damage because Echo really, really loves Pen.
Yeah, and again, we're gonna leave Herald on the map, I guess. Nobody wants it.
No.
It's very interesting to me. I feel like you get so many advantages if you're either of these teams, right? If you take the Herald and you're the side of Boomer Squad, you can utilize it to secure Drake 3. If you're the side of said Jellyfish, you can utilize it to acquire more gold and maybe even stop this Drake stacking. So, it's just interesting decision. Oh no, Marcuti ends up stealing the Scuttle Crab, which is huge for this Drake setup.
That was a perfect time to thumbs up.
Ooh, Hook trying to land there on a Bori. Got a little time left on the ultimates, so it would have been a good time to do so. There is TP on this Oriana if they want to try to fight over this Drake, but now that Urgot, he's not being pinged back in time. He's in a really, really bad spot. He should go down. Regardless of having flash, there's nowhere for him to run, nowhere for him to hide. He's going to be CC'd by the W. This should be a dead Urgot, and it's going to be.
But Poke Archer's using this opportunity to get that Herald.
Yeah, so finally we are going to turn onto an objective here. Dippy forced to TP mid. Looks like they're going to sack the top lane, though. So that's going to go down to the Oriana. So it's going to be a Herald pick up. Victor does not have TP, so they shouldn't be able to contest this Drake either. Maybe they can use this to break the mid lane. I'm surprised that the team is not helping him get the Herald here to kind of speed up the tempo on the play. And they're gonna
Dippy making a move towards mid here.
Dippy are. They're gonna go on to Chengi. Chengi is just gonna use the quickness to get out. Should be just fine. It's going to be alt for alt. Once again. I feel like these teams are playing very, they're very aggressive early, right? Everybody was trying to find advantages. But now, as we're getting into the mid-game, everybody's just afraid to make a move. And really be aggressive. They only look for the safe play. It's like, okay, this Urgot might be caught out. Yeah, he looks pretty much by himself. All right, let's go kill him. But that's it. Nobody's really trying to force anything.
I think it's going to be...
Nice play there by Tang, but I think Tang, again, they're just focusing these side lanes, and side lanes keep getting caught out. This is a bit of a problem from the solo lanes. There should be no way for Tang to live.
A little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to try to flash away, but I think
it's worth the flash.
I don't think so either, and unfortunately, Tang will eventually go down. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Salt.
I feel like once you see the Nautilus show up, you just forfeit. There's no reason to flash there.
Yeah. I also feel, once again, like the tempo is just off here. I feel like we could have gotten 2 crashes out of this hero. Now, at best, you get 1. Just too slow on the play. It's like you're not reacting, or you're not playing with intention. You're playing with reaction right now if you're the side of Boomer Squad.
Yeah, I think they're not 100% certain if they can find like a really good engage, because every time it seems like they've made a play or tried to make a counter play, you have Kled ult pull in the rest of the team to make a rotation real fast.
Right.
We've seen that a few times mid, where they make a play on the side lane and then Kled ults them all back to the mid lane.
The positive thing at this point is the fact that the gold is even, and I think that's where Boomer Squad wants it to be as we're moving into this true mid game now.
Yeah, and this is, I think this pace of game is what Sad Jellyfish want, because I think it suits their comp a lot better.
Yeah. Though I do kind of agree with Rusty here. I'm not really feeling this full Mumu setup. It's just not what I really want. I don't think he really needs the seal, if you ask me. It's got no value out of it anyways.
I mean, I do like the Abyssal Mask second. So.
Oh, Bandage Toss is just gonna miss. That's so unfortunate. That probably would have been a kill onto this Nautilus, but our cutie's gonna be just fine sidestepping that.
Here they are making a move after Dippy.
Yeah, Dippy knows.
Yeah.
And they're all kind of moving towards them, so they gotta exit together. You're watching Bori kind of walk out. It was kind of unsafe. See, that's the stuff that can really get you caught out there, and can be very punishing. Luckily, nothing happened for it. Oh no, but unfortunately,
a nice hook on the
Shanghai's gonna be caught out here, but she's gonna be alt for alt. Dippy's gonna use his ultimate as well. Victor's just gonna tank it for the team. Now they're going to turn onto Dippy. AD carry still not up here.
DP.
Nice curse to the Sad Mommy. That was huge. They are going to get the pullback. That's a huge flash by Victor. They're going to shut down onto Dippy. Now they're going to take down the Nautilus as well. Huge shockwave on Assault. What could Assault do? Could he be able to run away? W should be coming up very, very soon out of Chengi, and he's going to flash in. They're going to be able to get on top of him. This was a huge turnaround. There was no Ezreal in the fight. The shutdown will go onto the Orianna, and now are they going to try to force onto this Baron? They are. TP's going to come in. Haku was low HP. He's going to be forced to reset. He has no way to get back. This could be the play that Boomer Squad was looking for. An over chase from Sad Jellyfish. And now a Baron at 24 minutes for the side of Boomer Squad.
Yeah, what a turnaround there for the Boomer Squad.
Yeah, it was all about Victor right there. What a massive play. He gets the ult, lands on top of Dippy, drags him into his little death chamber, and flashes in for the fear. Massive play.
Yeah.
So now we're going to be setting up for this Drake. This could put them on soul point if they're able to acquire it. Dippy is in the top lane. He does have TP, so he should be able to come to the play. If they do want to try to play for this, this might just be a steal opportunity for this Echo. They'll do their best to zone, but it's pretty hard to zone him if you can't get in. He's going to be able to get in here. This could be a steal opportunity, and he doesn't steal it. He is going to ult out. And so, nice smite there by Poke Archer. But that means Dippy's going to have a lot of time on this top turret. He should be able to acquire that, which means he will be getting a nice fat 700 gold on that tier 2.
I think he just push mid here, yeah.
Yeah, but that means Dippy's going to be first to the play, and they do not have TP on Victor. Looks like Victor's walking down. That's a nice hook onto Chengi, but luckily that is the support Rakan, so he's able to E away. But that's going to stifle. Yeah, that's going to stifle the push. Oh, and here comes Kled coming in. He's going to be able to find anybody. He will not. Okay, we just we had ourselves a little race down the mid lane for fun, guys.
Yeah.
I think Conqueror is pretty strong. I get what you're saying, Rusty, but it's being played at Worlds too, man. I don't think it's completely horrible. We've had the conversation a bit before in the past. I prefer Aftershock. It fits my playstyle, but I just don't think it's horrible.
I think if you're a Conquer enthusiast though, like that's not the role in this specific team.
Oh, Salt looks like he's in a bad spot. This bro does not have flash, but there's no W on Rakan, so it's gonna be a little drawn out. Can they get onto him in time? Oh, nice setup. They're backing them off. This looks like this could be a bit of a misstep by the side of Boomer Squad, trying to force this play. Poke Archer's gonna get out, but they are pushing. They do have the Baron. So
they have Baron pushing.
Yeah, what's this fight gonna look like? Oh, they're trying to help out. Oh, and the one shot onto Haku. Can they turn it? It doesn't look like they're gonna be able to. And unfortunately, that's gonna be a shutdown going over. Wow, triple kill for this Ezreal, and Shanti's back in the game. But Victor Apple should be able to get the mid turret, so it's not too horrible. As he will to burn some structures. Victor needs to know he has to leave at this point, though.
That's a tier 3 mid, tier 2 bot that they got off of that.
Yeah, so
response to that play top.
It wasn't too bad, but yeah, that was a bit of an overstep. Like I think if you're the Rakan there, there's no way you can W there, right? You have to just hold your W if you want to try to make that play. I know it's gonna stop you from getting in there quick, but then you have no way to engage.
Ooh, and this Orianna is now 3 items, pretty massive here.
Yeah, so I still like where Boomer Squad is at, but those are the type of plays you cannot make if you're going to beat this team and make the finals, right? You gotta stay focused. So let's see if they can kind of slow it down here and continue to play at the pace they've been playing.
I think for the side of Boomer Squads, you got the gold on the two people you really wanted to be on.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing is Haku gets deleted, right? Like we talked about it in draft about the bot lane being kind of the crutch of what this Echo wants to do. I mean, well, it was a Mumu, but we saw it there. Haku just completely deleted. So on any front to backs that this team has, I feel like it favors heavily Boomer Squad.
Yeah, because Sad Jellyfish really has no front. It's all back. Like you have Kled, but he's not really like a true tank. What did Victor Apple built Redemption third? Okay.
Well, he is trying to play for the team. He feels like I am not the carry. I will protect my AD carry, and we win the game.
I mean, I'm 10% heal and shield powers. Like it's going to amplify the shielding from Steric's Gauge. When Steric's Gauge shield procs, then Redemption comes down. He's guaranteed to get the proc onto himself. Like, okay, I see it. It's interesting.
Yeah, is it the time to pull something interesting right now, though, is the real question.
I mean, considering how slow the team fights out of Sad Jellyfish are, I actually think it's correct. I mean, you could argue for Jack's show, which I think it looks like he's going towards 4th. But But Sad Jellyfish don't have that much burst damage with this Echo being so far behind. I like it. I like it a lot, actually, now that I think about it more.
All right. Well, you've heard it here first, folks. If CLT likes it, then I like it. Dippy's got to be very careful. Might be forced to ult out here. Where's he going to go? He might not have any choice. Oh, they're not going to land the CC. He's going to be able to flash out. He's going to be able to dodge the Banish Slash as well.
He's stalling for his team to come here.
He is stalling, but this is going to be very interesting because now they might have been able to do that, but at the same point, Dredge will land onto huge Mumu arc and find multiple back lane members, but the Mumu will be caught out, so the Mumu should go down here. Dippy should go down as well. And now what's the turn? They're going to try to turn onto this Nautilus. Nautilus will be chunked. Huge Nautilus from multiple members. Boys is doing so much work. They're going to be able to pick up the kill onto this Anivia. Where is Shanti going to go? He's trying to run, trying to cut it out. But this Ezreal just can't do anything. Shanti should go down. That's a double kill for this Urgot. Massive play into the TP in top.
Oh.
All the zoning there from the Amumu is what allowed that fight to happen that way. Absolutely played exactly how they wanted it to happen, front to back properly. And this is the strength of Boomer Squad's comp.
Yeah, I think this, as we just got done talking about, like, Boomer Squad has no issues with front to back, and there's a relatively low damage coming out of Sad Jellyfish. So Poke Archer took so many cooldowns and wasted so much time. Like, Dippy's tanky as a bruiser, but he doesn't have very many resistance.
Oh, Tang. So. He needs to run away. He kind of saw Dippy coming up. Like, I got to get out of here. Luckily, Dippy didn't have ultimate there, but we're going to turn on to this Baron. They're so fast. They're gonna
CP here.
Yeah, they're going to see them walk in. Right now, they're just two hitting the Baron. They're going to spot out Haku.
They do this so fast.
Yes, they do. They're going to try to turn onto Victor Apple, but they cannot do it. And now the Baron is gone.
I will say, Sad Jellyfish do have...
Oh, what are you doing, Victor? Oh, that was terrifying.
Yeah, Sad Jellyfish have really good, like, wave clear and ways of, like, prolonging the game. But I don't know what they're prolonging it for.
Yeah, now you kind of see them moving in. It almost feels like they're not even side laning. They just want to get this inhibitor, and looks like that's what they're gonna be able to do. Should go down, should apply a lot of pressure, and maybe now they look to do some side laning at this point. But that's what their comp has been getting caught out in their early mid game. So maybe that's why they're not trying to side lane. They just want to stay grouped, stay together, and it looks like that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna stay as 5. I think it's very smart from them here.
Shanti, after getting that triple kill top lane a while back, definitely pumping out some damage here.
Yeah, but unfortunately, is it enough? Right, that's the real question.
Yeah, that's the question.
Luckily, the Anivia can do a lot of zoning here, a lot of control. Just hope this Siege Minion can do.
Buff, though. She can't do this forever.
No, she cannot. She will be able to tank this wave. And a flash in from Marcuti. Oh, but Marcuti will be fine. Now they're going to go on to Victor Apple.
There's a big wall.
Yeah, Victor Apple's going to take a decent amount of damage. Nice Shred land. They're trying everything to kill. Oh, huge shockwave. We'll find multiple members inside of the coast that said, Mommy, they're going to be able to take down Boomer. Sad Jellyfish here, they have nothing they can do, and a flash in is going to find Salt. There's nothing that the former champions can do. Quadra kill coming over for this Orianna.
What a massive Oriole to send them to the finals.
This is it. The turrets are going down, CLT. They have nothing that they can stop them now. They're going to find themselves in the 2024 Summer Sweat League Finals.
Wow, what an explosive ending. You thought the Anivia wall caught out Victor, but he was super tanky with the Sterix and the Redemption, and it just set up Tang to Oriole and get a quadra kill to end this game.
Yeah, unbelievable. What a way to end the weekend. What a way to end the series.
Like Victor in chat, I was here. Guess what? We were all here to witness that one, my friend.
Of course, I'm happy to always put this on. It was a really just an exciting series. Man, I have so many words, but I mean, just Sad Jellyfish, you guys fought hard, and you guys finally, after so long, just could not make it happen today. And we will have a new champion this split. So congratulations for Boomer getting their revenge on what happened in the regular season and winning when it mattered most. So we are going to have ourselves a Boomer Squad Scorch Finals here next week. No clash for anybody. It's okay. I definitely wanted to play, but no need to apologize. It was a great series. CLT, would you want to jump in there and do a little interview?
Yeah, I'd be down.
Okay, should we ask them or should we just jump in?
I'll leave it up to you.
All right, we could just sprint it. You guys want to interview? You guys can tell me you're in the chat.
I guess Victor is in the chat. I just sent him a message.
All right, yeah, they want
They
one.
said to hop in. That's the green light.
All right, let's get in there.
Yo.
Hey, what's going on,
Hello,
guys?
Hello.
Oh god, I need to mute the stream.
God.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, all the hellos gonna blow up your eardrums. Well, first off, before we start with any questions, congratulations, guys. Really well played series, and getting into finals is in your first split is always an amazing thing and an amazing accomplishment. So that's where I'm gonna start. But CLT will take off with the questions first.
Oh man, what was the discussion going into Game 3 regarding the draft? Like you've seen Echo twice now. Like what were the thoughts?
Pick comfort, I think.
Dumb down the draft. Just
Okay.
make something that's like really simple to play, to be honest.
I think I said I wanted to play Zyricon because I feel like I can beat anybody on Zyricon.
I said Urgot. There's also the thing for like the overall draft direction is I think we felt that Sad Jellyfish were really good against playing against Dive, so we drafted more for like a front to back comp this game, and I think it turned out well.
Yeah, I mean, the Oriana pick was insane, but when I seen you guys slam Zyricon, I was like, okay, they have a direction. But that the Echo pick, and then you responded with a Mumu was super clutch. I thought in Game 3 there. I think you guys definitely had a much easier comp to execute.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised the most by it. And I don't know if you guys were thinking about this when I saw you guys leave open both of the Ezreal and the Caitlyn here in Game 3. I was thinking that we'd just go back on the Caitlyn because I think Shanti's a really great Caitlyn player. And again, it's not that like we're a bad Ezreal player. It's more just like the Caitlyn is such a comfort pick. I've seen the performances being just so wild. I mean, Game 2 was obviously great. Did you guys anticipate the Caitlyn getting picked up again, and we're just going to draft the Rakan and Xayah regardless, or did you guys just not even care about the pick?
I think we knew one of the two was gonna get picked, whether it's Galen or Ezreal, so we left it up this game because we already knew that we were gonna pick Zyricon this game on 1-2, and we weren't really afraid of Ezreal or Caitlyn because we knew that with our draft, whatever direction we were going, we were gonna be able to outscale and just play team fights better.
It didn't feel like they were going to play for bot side no matter what AD they picked.
Yeah, that makes it makes sense. Once you see the Nautilus, I feel like we're not playing for bot side because at that point the Nautilus wants to roam, at least Marcuti's Nautilus does. About those roams were pretty rough too, by the way. I want to talk about that one in the top lane though, where you got killed,
remember.
Victor. Yeah. What happened there? Because it seemed like you sensed it. I see like your movement.
They told me Nautilus was top. I just didn't know where and how far up top he was already. So I wanted to get a ward, maybe like scout it a little bit, and ran face checked into the Nautilus right there. That was just me disrespecting.
Okay.
Maybe I should have pinged it. That was my bad. I saw him on the
It's fine,
map.
it's all good. I solo killed Dippy. I'm happy.
Oh, yeah, there it is. You did solo kill Dippy, who definitely was looking to put on his carry pants in this series, and you suffered the brunt of
He pulled
that.
out the Kled again.
Yeah,
Pulled out the Kled. That's a repeat.
he did. In all three games, I think you did you did what you could. Game 1 was probably the worst of the three for you, but I think in game 2 and 3 you definitely recovered. Obviously, the solo kill at game 3 helps, but you didn't play bad in game 2 by any means. What is it like going against him though? Like, what makes it so hard and difficult to play into him?
It's oppressive. I think he definitely understands matchups well, and he always he'll punish you for any misstep a lot, over and over, and those missteps were pretty common from my end.
Fair enough. CLT, do you have any more questions about game 3 or any other?
I mean, there was a lot. We knew coming into game 3 there was going to be like a lot of attention mid, because it's a matchup that whichever mage gets ahead, I feel like can bully the other around. But it was just interesting to see like how difficult of a comp they picked to like execute, to where your guys is simple. Like, you put the ball on Rakan or a Mumu and you just Ori presses R and one shot somebody, as we seen there in the last fight. But I mean, Tang, where you guys banned the if I remember correctly, yeah, you guys banned the Aurora, so you already were planning on playing something else. Was there anything else you were thinking about in that R5 pick? Seeing a Nivea echo?
I had a pick in mind. Don't want to reveal anything,
Fair enough.
obviously, but it definitely did not look good. So
A cat was screaming like Galio angle there too.
could have been Galio, but I think Oriana is just so much easier and just literally simplifies our comp.
Fair enough.
And
That
I'm
Oriana
super
got the
comfortable on
pop
Oriana,
off.
and yeah, I don't think
That
Sol was
Oriana
really
got
able
the
to play
pop
the
off
lane.
ultimate at the end.
I mean, she had a couple of really good, just solid ultimates in the team fights, especially there in the bot lane. I think got a 3-man ult that ended up getting a double kill here. But also talking about game 3, Victor Apple. I said this in the stream, and the more I talked about it, the more I digged it. Redemption third. Like, I love every bit of that. Where did you think of this or pick this up at?
That's a throwback from season 13. Forgot what that Radiant Virtue got.
Oh, okay. I dig it. And it made sense, because the moment Sterix almost gets popped, it gives you enough time that Redemption comes down.
Yeah, and it just amplifies more healing, more shielding paired with the Urgot E and the Sterax.
Yeah.
And it'll let me support my team even more.
Yeah. No, it's a really good, entertaining series overall. And now you guys got a date with a Scorch.
I got a question for Chengi, actually. Why Senna back-to-back games? I'm just kind of curious.
Comfort champ. It's also a champ I can bully the enemy bot lane. So the first game when they picked, I think it was Renata, I saw a really good. I don't know if I picked it first or whatever, but either way, it was a good angle to bully them. Second game, I think Markushi responded back with the Rel, in which it was really good because I got caught out several times trying to go for the same words I was going for game 1. So yeah, third game had to swap things up. Didn't want to get caught out anymore like that. Just pick Rakan because he's safe, can get out of bad situations.
Yeah, and you definitely found yourself in bad situations in game 3, and you were able to just click R and run away. But yeah, no, I agree. That was a good adaptation from you there, right? Because it wasn't even on you as a player, right? It's the fact of the picks. The Rel just does way better than Renata does in the matchup, and so he did R5 the Renata, so he R5'd that as a counter. But I don't know if it's really a counter. I feel like Senna would be okay with that matchup. As far as the Rel, obviously, yeah, you don't want to see that. And once I saw Marcuti pick that, I'm like, okay, he's gonna be moving around the map more and punishing lane anytime he's there. So definitely wasn't surprised by you having a harder time, but you picked it up, right? Like I said, game 3, much better. And then one last question before I end the questions. I want to talk about Aurora, because we did this last week, right? We picked 3 games of Aurora. You guys did 2, where we're picking it first pick here, right? why did you guys feel the need to pick it both game 1, game 2 as your first pick?
Mm, pretty strong champion. And honestly, if I played a bit better today, I think it would have showed that Aurora is just OP. But didn't really have that great of Aurora performances today.
Yeah, the Victor one was definitely the more rough one. Like Salt was finding his angles on you in that early lane, unfortunately. But yeah, that's pretty much it. CLT. Any more questions before we get out of here?
I do got one more. This Neela pick came out of nowhere this game 1. Where,
Really? I played it in All Stars and it looked terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, well, okay, that's fair. I just didn't think of All Stars because that was just kind of a meme fest.
Yeah.
But Neela,
Uh.
especially when I felt like you've played a lot of like just team-based champs and mages and stuff like that,
Mhm.
and bust out the Neela Senna game 1. Okay.
Neela Senna is a disgusting duo, for those of you that do not know.
Yeah.
She gets bonus healing, and Senna heals a lot. And you have an actual ranged champion in your lane to make up for the fact that your ADC is not a ranged champion.
Respect. It was just something I wasn't expecting to see out of the line of champions you've played this season.
If you do your research, you can find out that I play this champion.
I do not research anything.
that
That is not on Battlefly. Let's look at it that way.
That's not.
Yeah,
in
it's
his,
not on Battlefly.
pay grade.
I'm like top 500 in the world for mastery points on Nyla.
Damn.
Damn. Okay.
Not a lot of people play this champion, and I do.
So you're top 500 of a few. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. No. I feel like just first of all, it takes a lot of time to research all of your guys' freaking picks, but especially Victor.
I don't know. I think Sad Jellyfish did a good job of scouting out my picks today.
Did a pretty
All
good
three
job.
games.
Yeah. Well, again, like that made sense because you've played them in the league. Like I'll watch the stats and read them in the league on Battlefly, but I'm not going to everybody's OPGG. That's too much work.
It's out of his pay grade.
Kind of.
You said you had.
Giovanni, I can understand since it's a flexible pick, but Nocturne, all 3 games. I know.
The Nippy did not want anything.
They were thinking about it. Every time they had to ban Nocturne, they sat there for a second.
Indeed. CLT, do you have one more question? I saw you message me on the side. So.
No, it was a Naila question. I'm just if you got nothing else, I'm going to give it up to them, see what they think about next week's matchup, which hopefully is best of 5.
Yes,
So.
preferred best of 5. You guys gotta make that happen. But yeah, let us know any trash talk for Scorch, or if you guys just want to keep it nice and respectful like they did after their win.
Maybe
We're
they'll
here
ban
to
Nexus
avenge
this time.
Zoomers.
True.
Avenge Zoomers. Okay. We see where their loyalty lies, guys. We see.
Boomers won the week 3 matchup.
They did, but as
I might have cheesed them with the Nasus pick.
yeah, Sad Jellyfish won against Boomers, and we see how that turned out in the playoffs. So it's a different ball game. These teams aren't the same as they were when they met in the regular season.
Definitely looking forward to seeing how much Scorch has grown.
Yes, and I'm looking forward to seeing that matchup. It's gonna be great to watch. So I will I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here then, guys, because it's been going late. It's almost 10 o'clock here in the Chicagoland, so I'm sure it's late
Some
for you
of us
guys.
are Eastern.
Yeah, well, it's 11 o'clock for you guys. So thank you everyone for coming out to the stream. Thank you guys for playing today, Boomer. You guys were awesome. Thank you, Sad Jellyfish, as well. And hopefully have ourselves a great matchup this week. And we'll be looking forward to that. So GG, guys, and GG to the stream. Have a wonderful night.